Yeah. What's up? It's our Buckles Malachi Williams in the building. We back. True Media Today, USA Boxing. We are back. Today we're going to have a damn good show today, man. I can promise you that. We got someone else coming on the show. I got a link I'm going to drop in a few minutes. I have someone else coming on the show. Let me make sure I have my volume. Okay, everything sounds good. On the show, we have a commissioner. As a matter of fact, let me do this. We have a matchmaker, someone that's a matchmaker in Texas. I think he's a matchmaker. I'm not sure if he's a commissioner or not as well. We'll find out just to confirm, but he's a matchmaker. He's a matchmaker out of the state of Texas. I was supposed to have him on last week, but things just got so hectic. I think he went to Mexico, and now he's back. We're gonna talk about this topic today, Jermell Charlo's fiery declaration. You know, Canelo's ring ends with him. So Canelo reign in with him, right? He's saying he's going to be the one to stop Canelo, take the thunder away from him, take the belts, and then he's going to go after Crawford. So he said he's going to go after Crawford at 154. Pretty much, I had the receipts. Pretty much after he disposes of Canelo, and then, I don't know how he said he want to go at Crawford at 154, unless he is anticipating that Crawford were to beat Errol Spence. Because the thing is for Jermell Charlo to say, he called out Crawford to fight him at 154, but he understands that Crawford has to fight Errol Spence in a rematch in December. So is he already assuming that, hey, you know what, man, it's a foregone conclusion that Crawford's going to beat my boy again, so I'm going to have to come back down after Canelo fight and beat Crawford or fight him or whatever the case may be? That's, I said that and I thought about that. I'm like, okay, but damn, okay. It is what it is. We're going to see what's up. And also, I want to find out, got water in my hair. I want to find out exactly just pretty much how this stuff goes, right? As it relates from a commissioner standpoint. I got a commissioner coming on, I think, out of Texas. It was very, very important that these guys come out of Texas for me. You get what I'm saying? Because just a lot of we're going to dispel a lot of different things that's going on. But let's give everybody that's here a round of applause. Oh, yeah, shout out to JC. Shout out to JC in the building, man. JC in the building. What's going on, fam? Let's go ahead and let's read the opening statements. In a recent interview, Jermell Charlo let it be known that he's coming to win against Canelo Alvarez. Jermell believes that he will be the bigger, stronger fighter come fight night. He said that he won't have any issues trying to cut the weight or anything because he's moving up, so he's happy about that, right? He also believes that once he beats Canelo, he will be the two-time undisputed champion like his enemy, Terence Crawford. Now, he made Terence Crawford to be an enemy because of his relationship with Errol Spence. Now, i.e. Errol Spence don't hate Terence Crawford, but for whatever the reason, Jermell Charlo, he's a very, very emotional, good fighter, but he's very emotional guy. You know what I mean? Popping his neck, stuff like that. Always mean, mad, whatever, I guess he think everybody's scared of him, I don't know, but that's just Jermell Charlo, that's just his personality. Me personally, I like him as a fighter. Personally, I would never be around him, but as a fighter, I like him. I like him as a fighter. It seems that Jermell Charlo and his fans are looking forward to victory next month versus the Super Middleweight Undisputed Champion of the World, Saul Canelo Alvarez. After Canelo's last performance with John Ryder, Jermell Charlo believes that Canelo is right for the picking. He actually said it. They have him on the hot mic saying it in the audience where him and his brother, Jermell Charlo, was sitting there watching Canelo fight John Ryder. A lot of Canelo fans feel that, Canelo is going to make an example out of Jermell Charlo. Some feel, some feel there will be excuses if Canelo were to win. If we look at the most recent Spence versus Crawford fight, the excuses have been falling out of the sky like rainwater. True. I got this one guy I showed you guys, I think it's called the Boxing Outlet. This dude is hilarious. He coming out with another excuse. This man he the same guy that said Errol Spence, use a bitch. I lost a lot of money effing with you. You should have told us if it was something wrong with you. So he switched out on Spence. Now he's trying to come back. Oh, my God. Certain fan bases, when they don't get the outcome that they're looking for, they make excuses for their fighters. They are in denial, and they can't accept the reality of the situation. And when I look at FanDuel, guys, Saul Canelo Alvarez at this moment is a -230 favorite to win against Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is a plus 300 underdog. So a lot of people may look at that as good money. Man, I put 100 on Jermell, I make 300. Shit, if I put 1,000 on Jermell, I make 3,000 or whatever. Some people may feel like, you know, this is just too good to be true. Whole lot of money gonna be probably going on Jermell Charlo. And it might be a safe bet, who knows? If Jermell Charlo were to win, right, he would get all of the credit in the world from everybody. He would be in the history books like Terence Crawford as the two-time undisputed champion. But the question I have is this. If Jermell Charlo were to lose against Canelo, will Canelo get the credit for the victory? If Jermell Charlo gets the victory and beats Canelo, he would get all the credit in the world. And that would be huge because that's Saul Canelo Alvarez he beat, right? But if Canelo were to win, will Canelo get the credit for beating Jermell Charlo? I think we already know the answer to that. The answer is no. A win against Jermell Charlo will do nothing for Canelo Alvarez in the eyes of those who hate him the most. Jermell would get all the praise and credit for beating Canelo, understandably so. But on the other hand, Canelo will not get credit. Canelo will probably get credit taken away from him for his victory over Jermell if he were to win. If recent history is an indicator of what is to come, and we know what we're going through right now, then there will also be some conspiracy theories very similar to what we're seeing now with Terence Crawford as it relates to why Canelo won the fight if he were to win the fight. Do you guys believe that Jermell Charlo will beat Canelo and move back down to 154 and fight Terence Crawford? Or possibly even beat him, right? Or do you guys believe Canelo, Saul Canelo Alvarez, will get credit for beating Jermell Charlo if he were to win on September the 30th? Please hate, like, share, and subscribe. And let's get into the show. Let's give everybody that's here a round of applause. I'm seeing Terence Crawford on Good Morning America. I'm seeing Terence Crawford is everywhere right now. Good Morning America, all the different major publications, all the major talk shows. I mean, not even boxing related. I'm talking about shows that has nothing to do with boxing that's big on different platforms. I'm seeing all of this. I know that this is making a lot of aerosexuals mad. It's making a lot of those alphabet boys, you know, from the Wakanda community with the LDBC. I know it's making those guys very mad right now. Because just think about it. History will remember you guys as the ones who defecated and desecrated another black man while pretending to be pro-black. You defecated and destroyed another black man while pretending to be pro-black. And when I look at your track record, that's all you guys do. Is talk about destroy other black fighters because they're not with the PBC or they're not on the code or they won't give you an interview. And then when I turn around and expose you for who you are and start talking about some of the fighters that you guys like, y'all want to flip it and say I'm gonna sell out, while all the while you guys sold out all along. True. Took him 15 years to get his props, but better late than never. When I sit here and look at the people who were undisputed, history in the making. Well, history. When I look at this, right? This is what I see. Check this out. I'm finna tell you what I see. We have 9 fighters, 9, in the men's era. We're talking about men's boxing, not women. And we're talking about the 4-belt era. 9 fighters in the 4-belt era have become undisputed 10 times. I will repeat. 9 fighters in the 4-belt era have become undisputed 10 times. There are going to be 2 fighters, names are not going to be on there because they are ESPN's and Top Rank Undisputed. You know, ESPN got their own undisputed list. That has nothing to do with reality. They have their own undisputed list. They have an ESPN undisputed, and they have and then they have the boxing world, the boxing historians undisputed. There's a difference. True. The first fighter to become undisputed in the 4-belt era in 2004 was Bernard Hopkins, B-Hop. Terence Crawford reminds me a lot of Bernard Hopkins. What I mean by that is he took him a long time to get his respect. Bernard Hopkins couldn't get his respect in the sport of boxing no matter what he did, no matter what he accomplished. He didn't get his respect till later on down the line. It took him years. Probably could be roughly around the same time as Crawford, somewhere around there. But it took Crawford 15 years to finally get his props. 15 años. Think about that. In 2005, Jermaine Taylor beat Bernard Hopkins, and he became the newly crowned undisputed champion of the world, middleweight champion of the world. 12 years later, guess who did it 12 years later? The boy from Omaha, Nebraska, Terence Crawford. He became the third fighter in the 4-belt era to become undisputed at 140 pounds, junior welterweight. In 2018, Alexander Usyk became undisputed at cruiserweight. Remember, a lot of those guys said Alexander Usyk ain't fought nobody, was nobody in the cruiserweight division. No, that's not true, sir. The simple fact that you guys only watch three or four of the same fighters, and because you don't know who they are, you try to discredit them. And even the fighters who you do know who they are, you try to discredit them if they don't want to give you an interview or be down with your online clique. That's just the reality of the situation. A lot of ignorance on YTBC. 3 years later, 2021, Josh Taylor did it in the junior welterweight division. He was the second one to do it in the junior welterweight division to become undisputed, just like Terence Crawford. Crawford was the first. In 2021, later on in that year, Saul Canelo Alvarez became the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, the first time to do that in that weight division. In 2022, this is seven. The seventh fighter to do it, Jermell Charlo, when he beat Brian Castano in the rematch. He became the first fighter in the 4-belt era to become undisputed in the junior middleweight division. Of course, we can write. I don't know we can write. Was that junior middleweight? I think we can write it back in the day, but that was on the 3-belt. Later on that year, 2022, Devin the Dream Haney became the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Shout out to Trackman 87, salute fam. You know, when he beat George Kambosos. Later on that year, 2022, we saw Nueda Monster become undisputed champion of the world. I think that was super lightweight champion of the world in the 4-belt era. Nueda Monster. And in 2023, for this year, Terence Crawford has become the 10th fighter to do it in the 4-belt era in the welterweight division. He is the first fighter to do it in the welterweight division in the 4-belt era. He did it twice. Not only did he do it the first time, he did it the second time. He did it twice to show y'all that the first fight wasn't no fluke. Now, this is the thing, though. You don't see Teofimo Lopez on this list, and you don't see George Kambosos on this list. Now, if I name this list the ESPN Undisputed Champion, or the WBC Undisputed Champions, or the top-ranked Undisputed Champions, then Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos would be on that list. But I notice I didn't say that. Let's give everybody a round of applause. So, and then again, in boxing, there's a lot of double standards and hypocrisies that goes on in the sport of boxing. We have over 400 people in here, less than 100 likes. We need 104 more likes for me to open up. Well, I got another somebody coming on, but we'll drop the phone lines, but I got to make sure I get the likes up. There's another guy now. A new weight can become undisputed twice in his next fight. I think the next fight he's having at the super bantamweight division will be for undisputed. Right? Jermell Charlo has an opportunity to become 2-time undisputed in 2 different weight divisions if he beats Saul Canelo Alvarez September the 30th. He has an opportunity to do that as well. So you got Jermell Charlo, and you have a new way to monster have an opportunity to become 2-time undisputed in the same era, in 2 different weight divisions. They have an opportunity to do that. So I say all that to say this. There's a lot of history has been made over the years in the 4-belt era. And if you look over the past from 2017 until now, in the past 6 years, we've had Crawford is on there twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 men become undisputed in the past 6 years. 8 men has become undisputed in the past 6 years. One guy has become undisputed twice. The guy who they love to hate. Terence Crawford, that guy has become undisputed twice. You get what I'm saying? So there's a lot that's going on. And then Jermell Charlo has an opportunity to do that. Now, a lot of people may feel that Jermell is going to be the one that's going to beat, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Canelo haven't really said much. He doesn't really talk much. The fight is next month, September the 30th. He doesn't really talk much. He just let his hands do the talking. Jermell Charlo is going to talk a lot. That's what Jermell Charlo does. He's going to pop his neck. He's going to have an attitude. He's going to suck his teeth. He's going to do all of those things, right? But the boy will fight. Now, I wonder if Derrick James, will he make the same mistake with Jermell Charlo when he fights Canelo that he made with Saul Canelo, that he made with Errol Spence. Because I'm sitting here looking at all of these conspiracies that I saw. You know, one guy said that conspiracy with Terence Crawford gloves and all that stuff there, right? So let me go ahead and drop the link to my guy. Let him know that, hey man, we're gonna put him on the show. I got this brother is from Texas. He makes a living in the sport of boxing. He's a matchmaker. He's a matchmaker as well. So let's get the likes up. Let me do this. Let me give a shout out to the people that's here. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Chick. Shout out to Big Sarge. Shout out to who else we have in the building? Jamie Rivera, JC in the building, Trackman, Brady 12. Shout out to La Jessica. Salute to you, sis. Shout out to La Jessica as well. And let's get ready to get into the show. Now, we got to pay some bills before we do. We got to pay some bills, man. Shout out to Big Gip, Good Goodies over there, Goody Mob. Shout out to the whole family over there, the entire Dungeon family, man. Salute to you, brother. Much success.
About you. And ever since that first night, it seems like I've been going crazy about you.
Mint green chrome in the butt, burnt orange 550. Say the pinky ring pimp, give love pussy. Seafood, big pool, make your girl look. Backwoods, big grill, watch the chef cook. Talk slow, big smoke in the moonlight. Knock your doors down, shout it till your mind right. East Point, Fulton County, where a nigga from. Got love it.
Yes, sir, it is what it is, man. I just sent the link out to my guy. I've been looking forward to doing this show. I've been looking forward to doing this show, guys, really since last week. But last week got some kind of hectic for us. You know, I wanted to get somebody. I have a commissioner coming on as well. Now, you know what? I almost said something because I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because remember I told you it's this guy. It's this guy out of Texas. He's saying that Crawford. You know, this is the thing, right? I've heard 16 different. We came up with 21 different excuses for why Errol Spence lost that fight, and people still talking about it. And my thing is, okay, they said it was the gloves. They said it was the stacked hand wraps. They said that Errol Spence was sleepy. He wasn't the same. His water bottle was spiked. Crab in the bucket referee. Terence Crawford was on steroids. I heard all these different things, right? So my question is, the same thing I had when they was coming up with these conspiracy theories with Wilder. My question is, which one is it? If you have 16 different reasons how Terence Crawford cheated, won, how he beat Errol Spence, excuse. If you have 16 different excuses that has nothing to do with boxing, my question is, which one is it? Is it the egg weights? Is it the stacking of the wraps? Did he have his hands stacked and egg weights in his hands? Was he on steroids as well? What else? Was Errol weight drained on top of being sleepy? On top of his girlfriend giving him a drink that lowered his energy? On top of Errol Spence's water bottles being spiked? On top of, like, which one is it? I'm just asking. All of this, so all of these things, and this is the flaw in your logic, because when you have 20 different excuses, my question is, was it all 20? Like, how do you decide which one it was? We came up with 20 different reasons, excuses why he lost. So which one is it? That's the question I have. Can anyone help me with that? Shout out to Raider.
Hey, okay.
Raider Reaper for dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, Coach, is Canelo younger than Charlo's, Andrade, Spence, and Crawford with almost double the fights? When is the pressers? Thoughts on Shields going to the MMA? Yeah, I don't have any thoughts on Carissa Shields going to the MMA. If she want to go to the MMA, she can. I don't have no thoughts on that. She do what she want to do. Canelo and the Charlos are the same age. Canelo and the Charlos are the same age. I think they're 34. You know what I mean? So I don't know how old Andrade is. You can look it up though. Just look it up. Look it up and see. Let me text my guy. Some people are mad and upset that Terence Crawford is getting his flowers now. I just told him to check his email. Terence Crawford is getting his flowers now. I'm like, the dude, like, if you look at the history, I want you guys to do something for me. Go back and look at Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins did not get his respect or props when he was a boxer. He didn't, like, all the way up until, as a matter of fact, let me see when the B-Hop started getting his respect. Let me look and see when did Bernard Hopkins start getting this respect. I think I think it was the Tito Trinidad fight. The Trinidad fight, let me see. B-Hop turned pro in 88. Let me see. Okay, he beat the brakes off of William Joppy. He did that. I remember that. He beat the brakes, it was unanimous decision. He beat the brakes off William Joppy. Let's see. B-Hop started getting his props. Let me see. When that was he started getting his props? I want to say Trinidad, that was 2001. That's when B-Hop, if it was the one fight, that was like, what in the hell? Because Trinidad was favored in that fight, if I'm not mistaken. And Trinidad was like, they was really hyping Trinidad up a lot, deservedly so, because Trinidad didn't duck no smoke. He didn't duck no smoke at all. But that's when B-Hop took snatched the Puerto Rican flag out of Trinidad's hand, threw it on the ground and stuff like that, and stepped on it in front of all them Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico. And we heard the story that Steve Kim told. Steve Kim said that Bernard Hopkins almost got killed in Puerto Rico when he did that. And they had to run him. They had the security. They had armed security, had him held up in a dressing room, and they had police out there with guns, and all the Puerto Ricans was try to fight through the police in order to get on the inside. In order to get on the inside of that locker room to kill Bernard Hopkins. Like, bro, they were dead serious.
True.
That's when B-Hop started getting his props. It took him, what, 88? That was 13 years. 13 years, it was, bro, if you think I'm lying, just go back and look at B-Hop. Anybody who was around during that time, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. Like, literally, and what they say, Sabanese, you say 2001, Coach, definitely after the Tito Trinidad fight. I was backing Tito in that fight until he got knocked out. Yeah, exactly. It was the Trinidad fight. I think because B-Hop stopped him in was that 11th or the 12th? No, he stopped him in the 12th. B-Hop stopped him in the 12th. And that was the fight that made people say, So Crawford reminds me of that. Don't get the respect. Yeah, don't, I'm going to tell him, hold on, I'm going to tell him to check his spam. Check your spam. Let me see, let me make sure I sent it. Let me make sure I sent it to the right. Oh, never mind. Get ahead in life. Wait a minute. Oh, my bad. I sent it to the wrong address. I sent the link to the wrong email address. Damn, my bad. Damn. Okay, let me see what's up. Invite, copy. Let's do this one more time. Let's send another. I sent it to the wrong email address, guys. Let me see. All right, there we go. Here you go, hold on. Tell them to check it now. But you get what I'm saying, though? So with Crawford, that reminds me of that. It reminds me of Bernard Hopkins. Not from a stylistic standpoint, but from it took him a long time to start getting his props. Crawford, it took him 15 years to get it, to really get his flowers. Like, I'm talking about flowers outside of the sport of boxing. Inside of the sport of boxing, he was being blackballed. If you look at Bernard, just, bro, please, if you don't do anything else, study, I'm not even going to go back to Ezra Charles days and a lot of those guys. We know back in those days, in the Black Murderers Row days and stuff like that, we know those guys went through a lot. We know that. That's a whole nother level right there. But I'm just saying it like from the 70s on up, y'all study Bernard Hopkins. Look at not Bernard Hopkins, Marvin Hagler. It took Marvin Hagler a long time to get his props. A long time to get his props. That was another fighter that the industry, the boxing industry, they didn't really like him. And then Bernard Hopkins Bernard Hopkins, they didn't like Bernard Hopkins at all. Like literally, B-Hop got it the hard way. And Terence Crawford reminds me of B-Hop from that standpoint. Not from a personality standpoint, but from he had to get it the hard way. Nobody gave him nothing.
True.
Shout out to Sabrina Lee.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, what to say, Sabrina? You say, Coach. You say, salute, Coach. Notifications, pick and choose when they want to work. Eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. Yes. You know what? I got a solution for that. I have a solution. Okay, say nothing yet. Wow. All right. Okay. It's hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Hey, Rob, listen, man. I sent it to the email that you text me. Let me. It's GET, get ahead in life at gmail.com. Yeah, it's not.
Number two.
Yeah, I did that before. I did the number 2 and it didn't. Let me see.
Okay, yeah, let me send you another email real quick. I'll send you another one.
Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I did. Did I do 2?
Yeah, number 2 at the end. Get ahead in life 2 at gmail.com.
All right, let me try it one more time.
Okay.
All right. All right, guys, say get ahead in life 2. Hold on, guys. At gmail.com. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay. All right, here you go. Let's try one more time. All right, guys, this is the third time. The third time is the charm. Now, as what you were saying, Sabrina, just some, in boxing, some fighters, they be the chosen ones. They be the ones that, like the Oscar De La Hoyas, they get all of the hype, the props. De La Hoyas, the Sugar Ray Leonards, in today's time, who would it be now? The Tank Davises, I guess the Devin Haney's, the Shakur Stevensons, those guys. And then just imagine being a fighter that's just as good as those guys, or if not better, but you don't get no props.
True.
Just imagine that. Imagine that you don't get no props. Shout out to JC in the building. You don't get no props at all. Because I thought about that, right? I'm like, just some fighters, they have to get it the hard way. Some fighters have to get it the hard way, Paul. Some fighters have to really, man, just, just go through other things that some fighters have the red carpet rolled out for them, and they get all of the hype. They get all of the hype, and they get all of the, they the popular fighters. And now in this era, the social media era, I told you guys, this era is not about, and this is the era that belts don't matter. 1 minute you'll see an interview with Floyd Mayweather, he'll say belts don't matter. And then in that same interview, he'll brag about, I won the most belts.
True.
Hey, Jamie, now a lot of these guys, they look up the Money Mayweather. They look up the Money Mayweather, right? So Money Mayweather, I'm not going to say Pretty Boy Floyd, Money Mayweather would tell these guys belts don't matter in one interview. And then in that same interview, he will brag about how many belts he won.
True.
And then they pick and choose. Shout out to my sister, LaJessica. Then they pick and choose, LaJessica, when we want to talk about the belts. When certain fighters have belts, the belts don't matter. But when the fighter that they like get the belts, they talk about, oh, man, my fighter did the heavy lifting. He got 3 belts. The other dude ain't got but 1. My fighter did the heavy lifting. They're going to talk about heavy lifting. Nigga, what you talking about? We ain't in the gym. We ain't in the gym working out. We not at the gym working out lifting weights. My fighter did the heavy lifting. Well, okay, how many push-ups your fighter did? How many dips and pull-ups did he do? Since you talk about heavy lifting, What he squatting then? What he doing on the squat rack? You know what I mean? What he clinging? What he deadlifting? Since you talking about heavy lifting, nigga act like we in a bodybuilding contest or we in the weightlifting contest. My body did the heavy lifting, so they like to pick and choose when they want to talk about when belts matter and when belts don't matter. They want to pick and choose when they want to do that, right? Hold on, let me see what's up. If this should do it again, then how about it looked like it went through. Hold on. Delete that one. All right, cool. Let me see what's sent. All right, there we go. But you get what I'm saying, though? They like to pick and choose when certain things matter. And this is why you can't beat these guys, because I tell you guys time and time again, they argue both sides of the coin. They argue heads and they argue tails. When they pick tails and it don't work out, they go to heads. When they go to heads and it don't work out, they go back to tails. You can't beat them.
True.
I have one question. I have for these guys. For all of those guys who say Terence Crawford cheated, my question is, what proof do you have? I saw a video on shout out to Boss Talk 101. That's one of my favorite podcasts out of Dallas, Texas. They had the dude Blu-ray on Boss Talk 101. It was the funniest interview I heard. One of them. The man said he couldn't even look at. The man said, man, I couldn't even watch the fight no more. The man said he cried. Blu-ray said he lost so much money betting on Errol Spence. And he said, I thought Errol Spence was the better fighter, better boxer, and I used to train Errol. That's my boy. I understand him being hurt because, Errol Spence is his guy. He said it hurt him to see Errol Spence get beat like that. He said it hurt me to see him get beat like that. I can't watch the fight no more. He was traumatized. And this is what I was telling you guys, the live we did the other day. I say, listen, man, you have the four things. They were shocked, traumatized, disbelief, and denial. And then the fifth one is delusional. So now it's everything other than what we saw. It had to be something else. He had something in his gloves. Then they said, well, Derrick James grabbed his glove and went to squeezing it. And then Terence Crawford snatched his hand away. So we knew he had something in the glove. I say, dude, if you really knew, if Derrick James squeezed it and Terence Crawford snatched his glove away and they knew he had something in the glove, don't you know he would have said something? Hey, man, y'all open that glove up right now. Let's see what's in there.
True.
Don't you know he would have did that? Hey, open the glove up right now, man. Let me see what's in that glove. I just felt something. Like, some of these guys are some of the dumbest people I ever heard in my life. Like, they say, like, it was just like with the Tyson Fury thing. And you guys know I don't like Tyson Fury at all, but I did bet on him in the third fight. I lost money betting against him in the second fight. But dude said, man, dude had egg weights in his glove. Dude, have you ever held the egg weight before? I had some egg weights. They're like 3.5 pounds. Egg weights are like 3.5 pounds. Some of them can be even 4 to 5 pounds, right? Do you know how heavy your arms would be and burn out fighting somebody in a 12-round fight with egg weights in there? Just think about that. For anybody who believed that, you never held a pair of egg weights before.
True.
Not only that, but you never put a pair of egg weights in some boxing gloves and tried to spar or fight anybody with them in a glove.
True.
Do you know how delusional you have to be at this point? Like, for real though, do you know how, like, dude, if anybody talk about, like, they literally said, yeah, the man had his hand stacked, and he had this on there, he had that on there. My thing is, where's the proof? Can anyone show me any proof? Can anybody show me any proof? Nah, we ain't got no proof now. Now, hold on now. You're using the P word. We don't use the P word. That's a dirty word over here. What kind of niggas from the alphabet boy community? You said the P word is a dirty word. What word that is? Proof. Now, we don't provide no proof now. You just got to take our word for it. Just take what we give you.
True.
They say so many things with such conviction. I know for a fact Jamie Rivera cheated. I know for a fact MK cheated. I know for a fact Knockdown 305 cheated. Let's stop right there. You said you know for a fact. So let's look at, so fact is something that you can prove. Fact has to be something tangible that you can present that shows proof to support what you're saying. If you can't show proof of what you're saying, you don't know nothing for a fact because you don't have any facts. Your whole premise and argument is devoid of facts. Instead of saying, dog, I was dead wrong, dog, man, I don't know what I'm thinking about, dog. Man, goddamn, man, shit, man, this nigga here, man, I lost a whole lot of money talking about that dude, dog. I lost a whole lot of money, man. That wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I listened to an interview from Terence Crawford, and I told you guys. Hold on. I want you guys to hear this. I want you guys to hear this because you heard it on my show. Because I told you guys when I spoke to Bomac. Hold on. Let's go right here.
Tripping because I was talking to one of your guys after the fight in the locker room.
Hold on. Listen.
And he said before y'all came out to fight,
nah, this
you looked at him and you.
This ain't the one. Let me find the one. There's a video where Crawford said that, yeah, man, we knew exactly what Spence was going to do because he pretty much fight the same way. I told you guys that. This dude is a flat-footed Kung Fu fighter. He fights the same way. I told you guys that. No, man, no. You act like Spence is a dope fighter.
For the simple fact that I feel
he talking about Jermell. He talking about Jermell.
When I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak.
Oh my life.
And he stayed there on 147.
You would not stop me.
Okay.
Now this Crawford, back in 2018.
Come on, man.
What did he say? He said, when I stop him, they're going to say he was too weak and he stayed in the welterweight division too long. Crawford said that 5 years ago. Guess what they said? He was too weak. He was weight drained. He stayed in the welterweight division too long. True. The man literally predicted what they was going to say 5 years ago. 5 years ago, he predicted that, right? So, but there's another video. I got to find it. Somebody sent it to me too. There's another video where he spoke about, hey man, we knew what he was going to do before he did it because he fight the same way. He said that I want to see what can you do when you're not able to bully your way in there. When you're not able to bully your way in there and get your way when you get hit in the mouth. When you got a fight going backwards, when somebody takes it to you, it was like Errol Spence was a big guy. He was able to bully, impose his physical size on other fighters. One fighter he couldn't do that to. Like, this ain't going. And this guy right here is talking about Victor Conte. All right, okay, well. Do you know that there's a lot of PBC fighters that use Victor Conte's snack products as well, sir? You do know that. But anyway, do you have any? Don't nobody have any proof of anything? So now let me see what's up. This guy hasn't clicked the link yet. All right, we'll see what's up. I'm going to see can I get him on. Hold on, check your email. All right, check your email. Let me make sure it went through. Yeah, it went through. It did go through. Yeah, so let me listen. This dude on Blu-ray. And they hyped him up. Nigga, that Blu-ray, nigga. Blu-ray had Earl straight. He had him straight. They keep talking about Blu-ray, right? This dude said he was crying.
And like Rainwater said, Dallas turning their back on Earl. That ain't true.
I want him to realize how the city of Dallas will do you. See, everybody was riding with him. See, everybody will always ride with somebody to one thing negative happen and they turn on him.
So Blu-ray is saying that the city of Dallas didn't turn on him. Well, he can't speak for the entire city of Dallas, nor can Rainwater speak for the entire city of Dallas. But I can tell you, I've been to several Dallas podcasts, and guess what? Them niggas turned on him. True. So I'm just saying, there's some, of course, there's still some diehard Arrow fans from DeSoto, Texas, but DeSoto, Texas very own, there's some dudes that's there that turned on him. I got receipts. Matter of fact, I played y'all the receipts this week, early in the week, right? So, that's just a reality of the situation. But that's neither here nor there. But Blu-ray felt some type of way. Damien, what you say for me? Say, Coach, at least the Blu-ray know him personally. Exactly. He knew him personally, and I respect that. You think you're on hold? Let me see what's up. Let's try this again. I don't see you. Let me send you another link. All right, there we go. He's on it now. Okay, cool. All right, everybody. Hey, we have my guest here right now. Shout out to my main man. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's bring him in. This is Robert Tapia. Rob, let's give you a round of applause, fam. Salute to you. Rob, how things been? Talk to me. You on mute. All right, Rob, can you hear me? All right, I don't think he can hear me. All right, he's trying to work it out. I'll tell him to text me. Hold on. I'll tell you to text me. Hold on. I'm going to let him know I see him, guys. Let him know I see. Hold on. Let me see if I get him back on there. Hey, Rob, can you hear me? All right, he can't hear me. So he's having technical difficulties. Hey, what to say? He said, what's up with them shades? Hey, you know what, JC? I have no idea. I'm going to ask him that. True. I'm going to ask him that. What's up with them shades, man? You in the house. Rob, you in the house, man. Rob, can you hear me? Hold on.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me now. Okay, Rob, they want to know why you got them shades on, man.
It's sunny out here in Texas, man.
Hey, man, you inside the house, though. But anyway, hey, man, shout out to Rob, man. Robert Tapia, man. Let's give him a round of applause, guys. Hey, Rob, man, for those who don't know, let everybody know your background as it relates to the sport of boxing. What is it exactly that you do? What is your title?
Well, what I do now is I matchmake for a lot of the major companies in the business today, and also I event coordinate.
All right, so you do matchmaking and you event coordinate.
Yeah.
And you're out of Texas?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, Freeway Ricky Ross turned me on to you, so just want to let you guys
yeah, that's a good guy.
Did you get an opportunity to see the Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford fight?
Absolutely, I watched it.
What did you think about that fight when you saw it?
Oh man, what an amazing display of skills by Crawford, man. Just really showed that he's a well-rounded fighter.
Who did you you say you do matchmaking, right? Name some of the people who you did matchmaking for, like companies.
The companies, Golden Boy, Top Rank, Marv Nation, AAA Promotions. Just a lot of the companies here throughout Texas. Anything that happens in Texas, I have my hand in, But I do go out to California and to Florida, Mississippi. I've been to Honduras.
Honduras, okay.
Yeah.
What is the role of a matchmaker?
Basically, what I do is, I just they give me an A-side card, and I match up the fighters, with styles make fights. So I'm one of the most aggressive matchmakers in the business. So if you're gonna fight for me, you're gonna get in the fight.
So okay, let's say if I was a promotional company and I wanted to hire you for your services, how do I go about doing that? Rob, you went out. Rob. All right, he's gonna have to come back in, guys. I'm gonna leave him right there. Then when he looked like he paused for a minute. This is very interesting. I have a very serious. All right, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, cool. So how does a promotional company go about hiring you for your services?
Me usually it was word of mouth with me because originally I come from the background of I was part of the commission here in Texas, so I built a rapport with all the major companies as far as when I was working here in Texas as the commissioner here in Texas. So so they all had an insight that I was going out to the private sector and make a little more money.
Okay, you said you was a part of the commissioner in Texas. So what is it that the commissioner does, and what do they do?
Oh yeah, we regulate the fights. We approve fights. They would submit the fights to the commission, and we would approve them. We regulated the back room, hand wraps, and stuff like that, and oversee the total aspect of the show.
All right, so you oversee the total aspect of the show, and you look at the hand wraps and all that stuff there as well.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, just make sure all the rules are followed. According to the state of Texas.
According to so each
state has, so the basic standard ABC rules.
All right, so each state has different rules, but you say that's a standard rule as it relates to.
The ABC is the Association of Boxing Commissions here throughout the United States.
Okay, so as it relates, I'm glad you said something about hand wraps because after the Terence Crawford Errol Spence fight, a lot of people lost a lot of money. I'm hearing quite a few people lost money from all over, especially throughout the state of Texas. I'm hearing that from some of these guys online that Terence Crawford had his hands stacked. He had his wrap stacked. I'm hearing that he had egg weights in his gloves. I'm hearing that he put a dent on the side of Errol Spence's head. All of this stuff there. So, explain to me, what is the process before a fighter gets his hand wrapped? What is the process for that? You a commissioner?
Well, the process is right. So before you even start a hand wrap, you have to have an inspector in the dressing room there on site to actually
watch
the hand wrap. So the inspector, a good inspector will go all the way through the gauze, the tape, and all that stuff, looking through everything just to make sure there's nothing, funny going on.
Can you repeat that one more time? What does the commissioner do to relate to the hand wraps? Can you hear me?
Yeah. So, I can hear you. So when you're in the back room, each inspector is assigned to a fighter, and they stay with that fighter until the whole hand wrap process is done. So they're watching them, when they pull out the gauze, when they pull out the tape, when they put it on, and they're feeling to make sure. I mean, as far as stacking, I'm not sure. If Nevada doesn't allow stacking. Some states do allow stacking. It all depends. But stacking is not going to win you a fight.
Well, some people. So let me ask you this. So from what you're saying, let's say Terence Crawford was able to cheat. Let's say he was able to stack his gloves. Let's say he was able to load it with head weights or whatever. Who would have to be a part of that conspiracy to stack the hand wraps, put egg weights in it or whatever? Would a commissioner have to be a part of that to allow that to happen, in your opinion? What you know? Rob, can you hear me? Rob, your internet, man, I don't know what's wrong with your internet over there. As a matter of fact, let me call him. Let me call Rob. Let me call you. Hold on. Rob, let me call you.
It's buffering, man.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let me call you. Let me call him, guys. Let me call him, guys. Hey, yeah, don't worry about it. Let's just do it over the phone. Yeah, I got you. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, let's just do it over the phone. It'll be better.
Okay, cool. No problem.
Your internet going in and out. Now, so in order for a fighter, and let me let everybody know who you are, guys. This is Rock. This is our Rock Tapia. He is a commissioner and a matchmaker out of the state of Texas. He's breaking down to us what is the process that a fighter has to go through before a fight. I have a series of questions to ask him before I let him go because his time is very precious. So as it relates to, let's say Terence Crawford were to cheat somehow, stack his gloves, put egg weights in it or whatever. You said a commissioner job or an inspector job is to be with that fighter all the way up until what?
All the way up until he puts those gloves on and tapes them. So so what we call what's called a seal. So when you see these inspectors in the back room and they're over there with a marker, they'll seal the hand wrap first. And so what they do, they draw a set of lines through the hand wrap, and then that's to ensure that the hand wrap stays sealed. So what those lines do is, if that hand wrap is broken in any type of way, those lines won't match up. So that's how you can tell if a hand wrap's been altered or not. And then as well as the glove, once you glove up, they take the gloves. The inspector will have his own certain signature, own certain way that he signs that glove. And if anything's broken on that signature or on that line, that would mean that the gloves have been off.
Okay, so if a fighter were, I'm saying in today's time, because we do know that fighters have fought with loaded gloves and stuff in the past, but we're talking about in today's time. And in order for a fighter to be able to do that, from your knowledge, let's say a Terence Crawford, a fighter that big of that magnitude, how would he be able to cheat with his hand wraps or egg weights? In your opinion, would he be able to do that?
In my opinion, no, he would not be able to. Being that I believe they fought in Las Vegas, right?
Right, they fought in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah. So the Nevada Commission is pretty strong. They have good guys there, but I will say one thing, and there is a possibility. Some of these inspectors in the back room get starstruck, and they get out to taking pictures with the fighters, taking pictures with movie stars that show up, and they relinquish their duties that they have to be with that, and then they're, oh man, I got to be with this fighter. There's a window of opportunity.
Okay, so
you know what I'm saying? But as far as the rules are set up, there's not supposed to be any type of separation from the fighter and the inspector that's assigned to that fighter.
If, let's say, a trainer like Derrick James, if he suspects that, hey, this guy hands is stacked, this guy hand wraps is stacked, this guy have egg weights or metal objects in his glove, what if he suspect that? What would you say a trainer would do if he suspect that another fighter was cheating and he stacked his gloves and stuff like that? What would he do?
Yeah, he would bring that up to the lead official there or the lead inspector on site. So and then from there you would there'd be a process of was there somebody present? See, in championship fights, and I'm only speaking for the state of Texas, where I've worked in championship fights, there's come to the dressing room and administer the hand wrap. Okay. So Derrick James, being a seasoned guy, he should have had someone in Crawford's dressing room to watch the hand wraps.
So let's say a fighter, you're not a doctor, I'm not a doctor, but before a fighter were to get approved for a fight, what are some of the things that a fighter has to go through in order to get approved to have a fight?
What happens is the promoter will go ahead and submit it into BoxRec. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with BoxRec. Yeah, BoxRec is a national for boxing. And so what they have a program, and you list your fights in that program, and the commission can get into that program and see who's, it's got the record of each fighter. And they break it down a lot of times. What they look for is knockouts. Has the guy been knocked out, 3 times in the last year, and then he's going against a knockout artist. Stuff like different factors play into the whole outcome of approving fights.
Okay. So, if something's medically wrong with a fighter,
Oh, absolutely. You will not let them fight. Yeah.
Well, we know.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, go ahead. So no, you saying they would not let them fight. Now we do know things happened in the past, but I don't want to conflate past with now. I'm saying in today's time,
right.
They would not let him fight. So if Errol Spence, let's say there was something wrong with him, I'm hearing that he was high before the fight. I'm hearing that he has neurological brain damage. I heard his baby mama gave him something to drink that sapped all of his energy. If any of that were to go down, what would the commissioner do or whatever? If you guys saw something of that sort, what would
right? So if it was pre-fight and a fighter was looking loopy or maybe that he was under the influence, I know here in Texas we have a drug testing unit on site where they would give them a test and see, and they probably wouldn't let the fight happen. Now, if there's each fighter is, and I'm only speaking about Texas here, each fighter here in Texas is given a physical right at the weigh-in. So there's a pre-fight physical done prior to a fight. So any type of, if he had any type of injury or any type of neurological disorder or problem, they would catch it during the weigh-in or during the fight.
Okay. You just cleared up something for me as it relates to Derrick James. If Derrick James felt that this guy cheated in any way, form, or fashion, the protocol is for the lead trainer, to raise those issues up with who again?
With the lead inspector.
Okay, with the lead inspector.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lead inspector side to each fight, and so he would be the guy to talk to. But like I said again, Derrick James, being a seasoned coach, should have had someone in that dressing room to watch the hand wrap as well.
Yeah. He had somebody. He did have somebody in there watching the hand wraps. So let's talk about corruption in the sport of boxing. So let's talk about that. So let's say hypothetically, Terence Crawford was able to cheat, take steroids, use egg weights, stack gloves. Paid Errol Spence baby mama to get him high before the fight or whatever. That would probably pretty much make him a very, very powerful person for him to be able to do that. But
absolutely.
Do you know of any cheating on that level since you've been a commissioner in boxing?
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen it to the greatest levels, and I've seen it to the level where I left the commission.
And that's in Texas, right?
Yeah. That's in Texas, yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
So
it's
without naming names.
Yeah, just the outcomes of fights have been changed, because political influences.
What do you mean outcomes of fights have been changed? What do you
mean? Like say the scoring on a card all of a sudden changed because of a political figure, Yeah.
So you talk about the judges.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
When I spoke to Terence Crawford myself and his team, I said that, listen, man, you're not a PBC fighter. I think Errol Spence is a house fighter, meaning he's the A-side fighter or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's the company fighter. So by you being an outsider coming in, doing a partnership with them, the only way you can guarantee a victory, you're going to have to stop this guy. And I tell a lot of fighters, don't put it in the hands of the judges because you never know what is going to come back.
Right.
Right. So judges do get paid off, bribe, whatever. Can do commissioners.
There's a good old boy system still. The good old boy system is still into play in boxing, and I've seen it many times where a promoter will run by and just give a guy a little handshake with a little something inside that hand. It's a good old boy system. We call it in Texas. We call it the good old boy. The good old boy. The good old boy.
Yeah. The good old boy. So they mess around and say, hey man, listen, I put you in the suite. Have you seen situations where judges got, I don't know how it goes, but they get put in a suite somewhere, and nice young lady would have come up to the room and
judges, commissioners. I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. Dinners, great fancy dinners with commissioners. With commissioners. Yeah, I've seen it. Seen it. I'm gonna write a book.
So why? So I'm gonna ask you a dumb question, but why would a promoter do that? Why would a promoter wine and dine a judge? What's the purpose of wine and dining a judge?
just getting in their good graces, you know. You know, you figure you get in a judge's good grace, you know, he's gonna, you know, if a fight's close enough, he's gonna side your way.
So
you know?
that's why as a fighter you have to do what? Stop your opponent. If you stop him,
your opponent.
You ain't got to worry about it. You take it out of the hands of the
Absolutely.
judges.
You ain't got to worry about it. You know, the Crawford did what he had to do to win that fight, which he established that jab early. And he established a powerful jab.
Have you? I don't know if you've been on the internet a lot, but have you seen? There's a lot of conspiracies going on about the Crawford Spence outcome. Crawford did 20 different things. He's down with the Illuminati, all of this crazy stuff, right? And stuff. My thing is this. I don't know if you know Errol Spence. He's a great fighter, phenomenal fighter. You know,
absolutely. Yeah, he's from Texas. I mean, I'm a Texas boy. You know, he was my guy. You know, but I just knew Crawford had too much for him.
And you knew that based on a matchmaking standpoint. As a matchmaker, of course, you have to do what the promotional company tells you to do. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But if it was just you yourself, would you have made that fight from a stylistic standpoint? Like, would you have matched that fight up, saying, "Hey, man, Spence, I think you can beat this guy," or whatever? How would you have done that?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have lied to Spence. I wouldn't have lied. But if you wanted to fight, we would have made it. But I wouldn't have lied to him. I would have told him there's no way you can beat this guy, and I don't think you can beat him in a rematch either.
Well, why do you feel that way? Some people feel that, hey, in a rematch, you know, he'll be
no,
bigger, stronger.
No, not at all. I don't think he can make the proper adjustments because I think what Crawford has is he has that ability to adjust during a fight, and he's going to adjust to anybody's capabilities. Now, what I've always told fighters is you got to make their strength their weakness. So, in order for Spence to win, he's got to find what Crawford's strength is, and he's got to make him his weakness. You know what I mean? So he's got Crawford established a perfect jab. He needs to take that jab away completely. You know, get it out of the game, learn how to either parry that jab because he was walking right into that thing. You know, and I don't see, you know, and I keep on saying Derrick James because he's the corner, you know. I don't see how in all those rounds he couldn't adjust up to that.
Shout out to Sabrina Lee for dropping that quarter of a dub. This is one of the subscribers. She said, for boxing to be such a world sport, she is confused as to why the commission have different ways of doing things.
There's each state has a different way of running their state. Yeah. You know, So I mean, there's you know, there's just different personalities, different likelihoods in the commissions, and yeah, it's wild and it's crazy, but yeah, nobody's uniform in every state. You know, they try to make a uniform with the ABC. They have a meeting each year.
I remember that.
You know, it's Association of Boxing Commissions, and you know, they try to make it uniform. Great guys go to these meetings, but it's more of a big party, you know?
So how powerful are the promoters? I like to look at promoters and guys, I guess maybe like yourself, commissioners and stuff, but I look at these guys as power brokers. How often in boxing is the outcome of the fight determined before the fighters even step in the ring?
Oh, yeah, promoters. You know, there's what you call the power promoters. Yeah, they'll go in there and they'll try to, you know, put their influence on the judge, like we say, you know, give the good old boy system or take them out to dinner. You know, and it's frowned upon, but you still see it happen. Yeah, so I think maybe about, you know, the outcome of the fight probably about I'd say about 60% already made, but before the fight even happens.
And so, and that's being that, and that would normally happen for what, the house fighter, I guess the promoter's fighter.
Yeah, the house fight. Yeah, favoring the house fighter. Yeah, what we call the A side.
The A side. So if the A side, so all the A side would have to do is just keep it close and make it to the 10th round or the 12th round.
They should win. Yeah.
Okay. When I spoke to Crawford, I told him that was one of my concerns. Hey, if this fight go 12 rounds, the only way you're going to win, you're going to have to stop this guy. And he told me that he said I'm gonna stop him. He told me that.
Yeah, he was confident. He was confident.
He said I'm gonna stop him, and he told me that him and his team. He told me that this guy only fights one way.
Yeah,
fights. He
forward.
He's been fighting the same way since the amateurs.
Yeah.
He say, man,
Yeah.
we going once we
Yeah.
take that jab, once we take that jab away from him, and he has to think on what to do. You know, he's not going to be able to do that.
He can't think. Yeah, he can't think. Yeah, and that's why I say it's impossible for him to win the rematch as well. One, Spence has never fought backwards. You know, and it's impossible for him to fight backwards. If you notice, although he was losing the fight, he was still trying to fight forward, and that's where he was getting caught with the jab.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to learn either how to fight lateral or backward, one of the two. You know.
As it relates to, we have Jermell Charlo, and he's in the process of fighting Saul Canelo Alvarez. You're a matchmaker. You've also been a commissioner as well with the state of Texas. How do you? You know, Jermell Charlo is very confident as of now. How do you see that fight playing out? Him moving up from 154 to 168 to fight Canelo, and if he beat him, he could become two-time undisputed.
Right. I think Charlo's going to have to stick to his boxing game, and then take it to the later rounds and try to take out Canelo. I think Canelo has advanced in his boxing game, but he's not as advanced as Charlo.
So you think Jermell Charlo is more advanced than Canelo?
Yeah, as far as boxing goes.
It's a PBC fight card. Jermell Charlo is what you call the traditional PBC fighter. How do you foresee him doing that? Do you think that I don't know, what would he have to do? Because some people are saying that he's too small when he moves up to 168. If Canelo were to beat him, he's not going to get the credit. But of course, if Jermell Charlo were to beat Canelo,
you get all the credit.
He'll get all the credit in the world.
Absolutely.
What say you about that?
I feel that I think people are right. Yeah, Jermell Charlo is a smaller guy, but Canelo relies too much on his power, and I think if Jermell Charlo can take that away from him and box him and wait for the later rounds, I think we know that Canelo tires out in the later rounds, and I think the activity in the ring is going to be much higher than what Canelo is used to, and I think Charlo will take that fight.
So do you think that Jermell Charlo can potentially stop Canelo?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What would you say about we say late rounds, 10th, 11th round?
10th, 11th, right around 10th, 11th round. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know what? So I got you on record. Rob.
No worries, man. I keep my word, man.
Listen, man. I really appreciate you taking the time out, Rob, to really come on the show.
No worries, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. You know, sorry about the technical difficulties, but man, we worked through them.
All right, man, for sure, man. Listen, Rob, I will give you a call back. I will get you back on the show. I know your time is very limited. Is there any parting words, anything else that you would like to say to the audience? We have over 700 people watching the show right now.
Oh man, I just want to thank everybody for having me. You know, especially you having me on the show, and you know, boxing's still out there, man. We gonna make boxing great again. You know, and with matchmakers like me, event coordinators like me, there's a couple of those out there. We love great fights, man, and so we match aggressively, and we give the audience what they pay to watch. So yeah, just look out for some good boxing coming up.
All right, shout out to Rob, man. This is Rob Tapia, man. Salute to you, fam, man. Texas Commissioner. I really appreciate you, brother, man. I'll give you a call back later.
Thank you. All right, bye.
All right, salute. Yeah, Rob, listen, man, Rob is a nice guy. Rob is a really, really nice guy, man. I got introduced to Rob from my main man, Freeway Ricky Ross, turned me on to him, and I tried to get him on the show. I have another guy out of Texas. No, that's a lie. It's not out of Texas. This guy is out of Mississippi. He was a judge as well. He used to judge fights as well, and I want to talk to him about judges getting paid all bribes. Have you ever taken a bribe? I'm pretty sure you probably won't say you will, but I want to talk about that as well. Have you ever taken a bribe before or whatever? Get these guys on. A lot of this stuff that I'm hearing just ain't adding up to me. I like his take on Jermell Charlo. He said Jermell Charlo can potentially stop Canelo. A lot of people do say that Canelo does tire out late in the rounds, late in the fight. He said that Canelo depends on his power too much. And you know what? He does load up on shots. When I see a lot of his trainings, it does seem like the combinations he be working on. But Canelo work on a lot of trap counter combinations. That's what they show on camera. You don't really see much. You know what? I was going to say, no, you do see boxing from Canelo. Canelo's a pretty good boxer, but he just go about it differently. Hell of a body snatcher. I'm anxious to see exactly how Jermell Charlo is going to come out. I totally agree with what he's saying as related to Jermell Charlo is going to have to box. He's going to have to box Canelo, try to get it in the later rounds. I totally agree with that. Caleb Plant did something very similar, but I don't think Jermell Charlo is saying that he has the punching power, so I don't know if we'll see how that power transfer in the super middleweight division. We know Canelo can punch, but we'll just see. Will he be able to execute that? You know, his timing and stuff like that, footwork. We'll see. I'm really, really anxious to see this fight. This fight is next month. September 30th is not too far away, so let me get the other super chats out of the way. Shout out to Boyd Crawford, beats Easy Route Spence, dropping out $quarter dub. He said, salute, coach. Aerosexual told me he has proof. Arrow died in the car accident. Okay, that's dumb. And he has cloned. This is the clone that Crawford fought. What do you think? That's too childish and dumb for me to even entertain. I'm surprised you gave me $5 super chat to even ask me what I think about that. That sounds stupid. Shout out to Boyd Crawford, Easy Route Spence. He said he has the Charlos mixed up. He said Jamal instead of Jermell. I mean, it is what it is. But I sound like to say this. Hey, you know what? I was watching Blue Blood Sports TV channel yesterday, and I saw you on there. I don't know if you were trolling Blue or whatever, but you were saying that you think Terence Crawford cheated and had egg waste or something in his gloves. You was the guy who said that. So you might want to change your name. Boyd Crawford beats Easy Route Spence. You might want to change your name, brother. I don't know if you were trolling or what, but that's what you did. That's what you did. I saw you. I seen you. I seen you over there. Are you a double agent? Hey, phone lines for the drop, man. Hey, we got over 300, man. Phone lines for the drop, man. Y'all bear with me one moment. The phone lines will be open. Phone lines will be open, man. It is
Crawford go fight. Y'all fight each other. I'm busy. Motherfucker, I'm busy.
Yeah, man, it is what it is. I got the receipts now. I took a screenshot of it, too. I took a screenshot of it because you wasn't showing your face at first. And then when you came, Blue said he was going to block you. Then you showed your face. I took a screenshot of it. Boy, some of you dudes is something else. Boy, I got to get y'all this here, man. If you a double agent, you trying to play both sides of the fence, Riley, get him.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
We got almost 800 people in here and less than 400 likes. We got to get the likes up. Phone line's finna drop right now. Anyways, it is what it is.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Gloria Day. Shout out to Gloria Day, man. My sister Gloria Day and the fabulous Centrips.
Gloria Day and the Centrips.
These niggas don't play. These niggas don't play.
We don't play.
You ain't heard, they be tripping.
We be tripping.
So they swerving on.
We swerve on.
No faking and no snitching. And repping hard for the set. Oh, mamas, it ain't no lie. Because niggas gonna bust.
Niggas gonna bust.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach, what up? It's Brock Jones from Norfolk, Nebraska.
You say your name is Rob Jones?
Brock, B-R-O-C-K Jones, Norfolk, Nebraska.
Okay, Rock Jones from Nebraska, talk to me.
Hey, Coach, I just wanted to call in and tell you, man, I used to be a regular viewer of Campside and, you know, the highest Freemason, Fagon, and I'm really glad that I found your channel. And I just wanted to say that I really appreciate how little bias you show, actually no bias you show at all, for like these guys like Bud who never got any play. You got guys like some of these other channels just constantly still pushing that hate Bud rhetoric. And it's just like there's so much racism in boxing, and it just, I don't know, man, it bugs me. But I just wanted to call and say I appreciate your channel. Plus, I want to say if Jermell comes back down, I'm telling you, man, this guy's going to get smashed in 7. Calling it right here, right now. You heard it. Pin it down. But shout out Nebraska.
All right, salute, man. Shout out to Rod Jones, Nebraska. Stand up, man. Norfolk, Nebraska. Shout out to Bud, Big Easy Route, Bud Crawford, Big Easy Route Spence. That's too goddamn long of a name. For dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, "Yeah, I was trolling, trying to get his blood pressure up." Yeah, you troll Blue a lot. I saw you on Blue Show several times. You troll Blue a lot. That's what you do. You troll Blue a lot. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is. This is my thing, right? Like, again, guys, like, bro, this is the same shit. Like, no one has any proof of anything. Show me proof. We could do 1,000 videos on this. Fact of the matter is, all of these guys, you so sure of something, but you don't have any proof of anything. It's a classic case of denial. This man, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence is in Spain right now doing this thing with his baby mama Spain. He's in Spain right now living his best life, made $25 million from what I'm hearing. I don't have any proof of it. Crawford is going around doing interviews from major media outlets, USA Today, Good Morning America. He's everywhere, with his $25 million. So, both of those guys paid handsomely. And that's it. And then what happens is the ashes, the fans that has this strong emotional attachment. I don't even call it a fan. I think it's past fandom at this point. Fan is short for fanatical, but this is radical fanatical. You get what I'm saying? As it relates to the call of Rock Jones, he said there's a lot of racism in boxing. I guess you're trying to say online. It's not necessarily more so racism. It's more so tribalism. It's an ism, but it's not racism. It's tribalism. Now, and the tribalism is coming from the same group of people, right? They have become the same thing that they say they hate, that they're banging against. And I said this before in the past. Tribalism is you got people from different tribes. They could be of the same group, but they will attack each other, go after each other because we're of a different tribe. And what makes the tribe what it is our thought process. I see things this way, you see things that way. So everybody who see things the way I see things, I form a partnership, and that's my tribe. Anybody who don't see things the way I see things, they are the opposite of my tribe, so we're going to attack them. So that's what's going on. True. That's what's going on. It's more so tribalism than anything. It's an ism, but it's more so tribalism.
Now, I am the #1 contender. I'm tired of James the Poodle, Grim Reaper, whatever he want to call himself, ducking me. All right, I'm tired of man driving around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in a Broham.
Man, shout out to my sister Food Revolution. So who else we got in the building? Shout out to my sister Food Revolution. Jackie Hernandez is here as well. Any more sisters that I forgot? Green Eyes P is here. Who else we have? Man, any more sisters? Oh, shout out to what's my sister's name, man? God damn. I keep forgetting her name. That's another sister here. Her name is Lil Something. La Jessica. Shout out to La Jessica. Shout out to La Jessica as well. It is what it is. So, I mean, that's just what it is. It's an ism. It's always going to be some kind of ism that's going on. And isms keep you divided. That's what isms do. Isms keep you divided, and that's just the reality of the situation. As it relates to a Jermell Charlo, if he were to beat Canelo Alvarez and then drop back down, I don't know. Again, it depends on what type of punishment that he will take in that fight with Canelo. Like, he may win. Shout out to Rockman. Rockman is here as well. He may win, but can he win without taking any punishment? Because that's the thing, because in order to bring some ass, you got to get some ass. He will, that's if he wins. Me personally, he got the wrong count ride with him, so I don't know if he's gonna win that fight. To be honest with you, I'm calling. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is M1 from the BX.
M1 from the BX. Talk to me.
Yo, two things, Coach. I believe now that coaches or trainers really don't look at film, a lot of them, because Kenny Porter and Abel Sanchez, they both went for Crawford, and now I've seen their interview.
You say Abel Sanchez and Kenny Porter?
Yeah, they both went for Earl.
Oh, you said Crawford at first. That's why I asked you that. You said Crawford.
Oh, my bad, Earl. My bad, Earl. And both of them said how wrong they was. And I'm like, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I didn't say anything. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. How wrong they was. And I'm like, damn, but didn't they watch Crawford all these years fighting and his style and the way he fights? And I'm like, and I was like confused, but, and especially Kenny Porter, because Kenny Porter been around him and even was his coach in the amateurs. So I was just like shocked with that. I thought Kenny Porter was just hating.
Yeah, I'm not shocked. Kenny Porter don't like Crawford.
That's what I'm saying. That I know you don't like him because of Porter, because of what he did to his son.
I mean, a lot of those guys, those pro PBC guys, even the trainers and stuff, they go a certain way. A lot of them, they're human just like me and you. They didn't pick based on skills, even though they're trainers. They picked based on who they liked. They didn't look at it from a stylistic standpoint. Everyone knew that Errol Spence fights the exact same way. I've been saying it on this show for a little while. And that's what it was. They're forced to give Crawford his credit now. But if you look at even when Kenny Porter threw the towel in against Crawford, look at all of the stuff that he said to dismiss Crawford after that and all of the things that he said and to try to throw shade at Crawford, only to eat crow again. Listen, Crawford stopped Sean Porter, made Kenny Porter do something that he never did throughout Sean Porter's career. He threw the towel in. And the reason why he threw the towel in is because he did not want what happened to Errol Spence happen to Sean Porter. That's why he threw the towel in.
Yeah, I know, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people was like that Sean Porter gave him a fight and all that. To me, Crawford was carrying him because Crawford really liked him as a friend. And he carried him. But anyway, one more thing. How is Jermell Charlo gonna beat Canelo when this dude don't even watch film? And his stance is crazy wide too, just like Earl's. He opens his legs too wide. Canelo's gonna kill him.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see. We're definitely gonna see because he got Derrick James over there, trainer of the year. We saw how that worked out 2 weeks ago. Trainer of the year over there, and Jermell Charlo is Lions only. He's saying in this interview right here, he's saying that he hits harder. He said he will beat Canelo. Then he's going to drop back down to 54 to fight Crawford. So he already have it all planned out. He's saying that, the 14 pounds weight jump, is not a big thing to him. He's a bigger puncher than Canelo, and Canelo's going to be surprised. So he's selling a lot of whoop tickets right now about what he's going to do to Canelo. He feels that his skill set is on head and shoulders above Canelo. And we're gonna find out Saturday on the 30th, September the 30th in Las Vegas. We're gonna find out and see what's up. He's saying some of the same shit that I heard Errol Spence say as well. So,
yo, and I'm a little hurt, man, because Crawford's talking about retiring, and I've been watching Crawford for a while, and I was like, damn, when he's gone, we ain't gonna that's you know what I'm saying, a once in a lifetime thing watching this dude fight, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, man, like, don't retire now, man. But he did his thing, it's up to him, whatever he want to do. But, as a fan, as a real fan, like, man, that dude is amazing, man.
I mean, everybody has to retire. Manny Pacquiao retired. Floyd Mayweather retired. Muhammad Ali,
yeah,
Mike Tyson.
yeah.
I mean, nobody can fight forever. This guy's been boxing. He's been fighting for 15 years.
I know, since he was 7, yeah, I know.
As a pro, and he's been boxing since he was 7. So that's a lot of years. He's 36. He'll be 36 in September. So he's been boxing since he was 7 years old. You're talking about 29 years he's been boxing and 15 years as a pro. No one's going to fight forever. You get what I'm saying? But shout out to N1 from the BX. Salute to you, fam. BX, stand up. You get what I'm saying? No one's gonna fight forever. I mean, he's been boxing 15 goddamn years, and he's finally getting his props. You know, so he's finally getting his props. So it is what it is. Crawford probably got about another good 2 more fights left in him. You know, at this stage in his career, he only wants big money fights. When I sit back and look at, and Jermell Charlo only wants big money fights as well. Let's see. I'm gonna show you guys right here just what he said. Let me show you guys what he said right here. See, when you reach a certain age in the game and you've been fighting, you're looking for the big money fights. You want the fights that's going to, you know, pretty much cash you out. You get what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. Jermell Charlo says he'll beat Canelo. This is Boxing News 24. This is the Pro PBC website. They said Jermell Charlo said he'll beat Canelo, then drop back down to 54 to fight Crawford. Jermell Charlo has it all mapped out. He will engage in back-to-back super fights, one with Canelo at super middleweight and one with Terence Crawford at light middleweight. So, you know, this is what he's saying. As fans know, the Mexican superstar Canelo will next face Charlo, Jermell Charlo, not Jamal, who is currently, but not for long, the unified undisputed 154 champion, pound champion of the world. Of course, the WBO did say they're going to strip him because he's not fulfilling his obligations to his mandatory. So this is what he said. He's taking to social media, the inactive since May of last year. This is another thing. Jermell Charlo hasn't fought since May of last year. A lot of people who are picking Jermell Charlo to beat Canelo, you got to take that into consideration as well. He hasn't fought since May of last year. So that's going to be 16 months. Canelo don't fought twice since then? 2 or 3 times, somewhere up in there. We'll see. May. Yeah, he don't fought 3 times. I think Canelo fought in May of last year. He fought September of last year. And then he fought again in May of this year. So you might want to take that into consideration as well. He says that he would shock the world in the Canelo fight, possibility, and that he would then fight Terence Crawford. He said this is after Terence Crawford has not given Errol Spence a rematch. Has or has not given. I don't know what he's talking about. He has not given him a rematch. What the fuck he talking about? Crawford and Errol Spence are fighting each other in a rematch. It's in the contract. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But he said in this article that he only wants the super fights. That's what he said in this article. He say, hold on. Carla, hold on. Right here, he's saying that he wants the super fights. Back-to-back super fights. So he's already saying he's going to beat Canelo. So we'll see how that works out. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie from New York. Talk to me, fam.
So it's real quick, man. I want to tell you, in this game, bro, in this tough sport, long layoffs and boxing don't mix, bro.
Yeah.
You see what happened to Spence? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know, with Charlo again going up 2 weight classes, man, that's gonna be a tough fight for him, bro. Especially if you're not used to that, fighting at that weight class. Because let me tell you, Coach, I've been doing this boxing shit for a long time, bro. Mm-hmm. And I've seen it happen before. It has happened. Like, when Mosley beat Oscar being the face of boxing, yeah, he moved up 2 weight classes. Yeah. That was one time. Also, I've seen Duran, he went up 2 weight classes and beat Sugar Ray. But Sugar Ray wasn't the face of boxing yet. Right. Ali was in the 70s. And Duran was right behind him. So Duran was special. And you got to be special to accomplish something like that, man. So we're going to find out how special Charlo is. Because let me tell you, man, that's going to be a tough fight. Canelo is the face of boxing. Ali's not going to let a light heavyweight come up there and beat him. And neither is Hagler. Hagler's not going to lose to a welterweight, bro. You understand what I'm saying? For you to accomplish something like that, you got to be special. So, again, they keep saying that this guy walks around that weight. I want to see how special he is on that night because, listen, bro, Canelo's going to bring it. So he's gonna have to be on his A game. You know what I'm saying? And with his trainer, man. I don't know. I don't want to hear excuses, but again, you know, Charlo, he's gonna tough fight, coach. You know what I'm saying? But again, I might root for him. I like underdogs, but again, I see Canelo sleeping him early, brother, and that's my call, coach.
All right,
thank you.
Shout out to Jamie from New York. You know, some would say, hey man, when Sugar Ray Leonard came out of retirement and he beat Hagler, I still think Hagler won that fight. I think Hagler got robbed. I still think Hagler won that fight. You know, I was a Hagler guy. I like Hagler more than I like Sugar Ray, but that's neither here nor there. But they'll point to one example, and then they'll say, well, Roberto Duran did this and did that. But the thing is, some of these fighters that you're comparing to the legends to, some of these fighters, they're not modern day Sugar Rays. They're not Roberto Durans of that sort. Now, will Jermell Charlo be the one to pull it off? There's a possibility he can. I doubt it, but there's a possibility that he can. We will see. A lot of people say that Canelo, Canelo has showed slippage. You know, he's not the same and this and that, and he might be right for the picking. But also, Canelo has been more active as a fighter than Jermell Charlo. So if Jermell Charlo is not successful, there's a good chance that the excuse may be, well, he hasn't been active, he hasn't fought. You know, maybe they'll say Canelo had 8 weights in his gloves or whatever. I don't know. Or he was on Clinton Buterol or whatever. Who knows? We'll see how that works out. Caller, what's your name when you're calling from?
Yo, Coach, it's Nick from Chicago, man. How you been?
Good. What you say your name is, fam? I got Chicago, but what's your name is?
Nick from Chicago.
Oh, Nick from the Shot. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. Canelo's not the face of boxing. I don't know what the other caller was talking about. He could barely. His last fight was in Mexico. Nobody watched that. It's between Tank and Bud as the face of boxing currently. I don't know if these people understand what they're watching. They're watching greatness. We're being part of this is history being made by Bud. As soon as Canelo leaves boxing and retires, similar to what happened with Floyd, we're gonna get to see the matches that we really want to see, like what we saw with Bud and Spence. Canelo is the plug that's keeping us from watching the fights that we want to see. Enough is enough. Let's see if Charlo can put an end to this era of ducking, of avoiding guys, of jumping divisions here and there, making it look like he's the greatest. He is not. He is not. So I'm hoping Charlo wins. I'm not going to put my money on it, but like I put money on Bud because Bud's a real dog. But let's see. It should be an interesting fight, like you said.
Do you think that quite a few people are giving Jermell Charlo a shot? Do you think that if Jermell Charlo were to lose to Canelo, let's just say hypothetically he loses, would you give Canelo credit for beating him?
I mean, I'm not a Derrick James fan. I'm not a fan of that. His style of boxing. I'm a Bomac guy. I like the style of switching up if you have to mid-fight, whereas Derrick James fighters, they fight one way the whole fight. You already know how they're going to fight, straight up, heavy volume, straight ahead. What I thought was interesting in that Bud Spence fight was Bud, at the same time that Spence would throw the jab, Bud would throw his jab. And you notice Spence said it post-fight. He said, my timing was off.
Yeah.
You can credit that to Bomac and Bud for that great strategy, but I'm not a Canelo fan, Coach, to be honest with you. I'm not.
No, I got you. I just wanted at least you was honest. Shout out to Nick, man, Chicago, man. I appreciate your call, brother. Salute. Chi-Town, stand up. Chi-Town, stand up. So we might get something very similar to what we're getting now with Crawford and Spence, with Canelo and Jermell when they fight. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Bobby, man, from Omaha, Nebraska, Coach.
Bobby from Omaha, talk to me, fam.
Man, what's good, man? Hey, represent Terence Crawford, bro. Ain't nobody beating him. And I got a question, Coach. Hey, when Jermell fighting?
No one knows when Jermell Charlo is fighting right now. I'm hoping that Al Heyman makes the fight with Jermell Charlo and Caleb Plant, especially after Caleb Plant slapped the taste out of his mouth. That would be a good fight. I think the fans would get behind that. You got Sir Slap-A-Lot versus Jermell Charlo. Let's see how that works out. but I don't know when they
Right. Well, keep going, Coach. Hey, I will see you Saturday, man. Hope to see you at the parade, man.
Yes, sir. I'll be there. Salute, fam.
All right.
Bobby, Omaha, Nebraska, stand up. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So, you got Jermell the Hitman. I call him Jermell the Shitman Charlo. Jermell the Shitman Charlo versus Sir Slap-A-Lot. I think that'd be a hell of a fight. You got one guy slapping niggas at the PBC. Bap! Calling them boy. And then you got another guy that just sitting there taking it. True. I got my money on Caleb Plant. If Caleb Plant and Jermell Charlo were to fight each other, I'm betting a house on Caleb Plant. Ain't no way I'm betting on Jermell Charlo. Carla, what's your name when you calling from?
Hey, Coach. This is Oscar from California. How you doing, man?
Oscar from Cali. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah, bro. I've been hearing on this other boxing channel like for the past 2 days, and I want to know if you heard about it and what you think about it. Supposedly, what's his name? Floyd offered Spence for him to train him for the rematch against Crawford, and they said in the video that supposedly Spence turned it down. So now supposedly Floyd is training hard to make a comeback and embarrass Crawford and beat him. I think Crawford will beat him, but what do you think about that? Have you heard anything about that? There's some videos going on about that. What do you think about that?
Where's the video from, sir?
I don't have anything against you or him. I'll give you a hint. His name sounds like James Brown.
You can say his name. I don't care.
All right, yeah. Money Brown videos.
Oh yeah. That dude, I call him Doodoo Brown. Doodoo Brown.
Yeah.
Doodoo Brown is a he put out a lot of clickbait and stuff out there as well. So you always got to question the source where you come from.
Okay, so that's most likely not true in your opinion?
No, it's not true at all.
Oh, okay. All right, Coach. I got one more thing. I noticed with the Spence Crawford fan, you flew to Nebraska. You interviewed Crawford. Have you ever thought about maybe before the rematch flying over and interviewing Crawford, and also maybe on the way back interviewing Spence also? Maybe while you're in Texas interviewing Jermell. Maybe you could interview Canelo in California. Have you ever thought about doing things like that?
Nah. I mean, I haven't thought about interviewing anybody from the PBC. To be fair, you know what I mean? Because I don't have a good relationship with them. They don't have a good relationship with me. And then some of those fighters are just strictly assholes. I only rock with those who rock with me, and I don't do no D-ride to try to get interviews. If they like me and they rock with me, they'll give me the interview. If not, so be it. But I'm cool. I'm cool where I'm at.
Okay. And those interviews are private, right? They're not some that like for the public, like for you to show to us. It's just between you guys, I would say, because I don't think I've seen a video of you interviewing Crawford. I guess that was like personal, I would say.
Yeah, I got when in Omaha Day, before Crawford left, he had a send off. I got a chance to ask him 3 questions. I put the video out there. It was me, Showtime, Fight Hype, ESPN. Oh. It was just a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, you're right.
But you're talking about
I think I remember that.
Yeah, just a one-on-one exclusive. I got one. What I got to do is probably when I get back out there, I get a chance to talk to him about it, see how he feel about it. So he might be cool with it. I'll see what I can do. What kind of stuff I can pull.
And my grandma, she's from Nebraska too. My grandpa's from Mexico, but my grandma's from Nebraska. So yeah. Congratulations to Crawford for what he did. He's doing something big. And congratulations to you, to your channel. What you're doing. God bless you, Coach. Thank you.
All right, shout out to Oscar, man. Killer Cali, stand up. Anyways, phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. There's a couple of whole niggas in the chat. It's really one whole nigga in the chat that I see. But the whole nigga never called. It's probably one of my trolls, created a new account. If you feeling some type of way about the coach, it is what it is.
Let me address something to some of the haters out there about me. Y'all can kiss my ass. Twice.
Who this whole nigga is? Hold on, caller, hold on. Who this whole nigga is? Whole nigga, you know who I'm talking about. Who this whole nigga is? Get out of line. Yeah, you better act right, whole nigga. You better act right, whole nigga. Get out of line. We're going to introduce you to the block party. I'm going to block you myself. Send your bitch ass back to your mama house. Caller, what's your name when you're calling from?
Yo, Coach, this is Mason from Flint, Michigan. What's going on with you?
Man, Mason from Flint, talk to me, fam.
Hey, check this out, man. I got my money on Mel, man. I think he's gonna pull it off versus Canelo. And the reason I say that is just judging off Canelo's last 3 fights. Now I know Charlo been out the ring for a minute, and he's coming off that hand injury, and he's going up 14 pounds. So that's an uphill battle. But judging from the Beaver fight, the last Triple G fight, and that John Ryder fight, I'm gonna put my money on Mel, man. I think Mel can pull it off, man. How you feel about it?
I mean, yeah, he can pull it off. There's a possibility he can win that fight. The thing is, he's coming off a 16-month layoff by the time he do have this fight.
Yep.
He's never fought in this weight division before. You know, in my opinion, he would have to have a perfect fight. He would have to pace himself pretty well. If Canelo were to gas out in the second half of the fight, then maybe he can take advantage of that. You know, Canelo has been in this position before. He's fought some big fights, championship fights. So we'll see, will the moment be too much for Jermell Charlo, or will he seize the moment very similar to how Terence Crawford seized the moment against Errol Spence. So we'll see. We know there's a lot of ifs, a lot of things that we don't know, but we'll find out.
Right. Do you see any slippage in Canelo?
He's had a lot of fights. I don't really see, you know, he's not as fast as he used to be. You know, he does get a little tired, probably like in the championship rounds, the 10th, 11th, and 12th round. But styles make fights. Styles make fights. So, you know, I'm always very aware of that. Some fights you may get with a guy, you know, and, you know, you don't really see too much of any slippage. But then another guy may be a little bit more difficult, but you dominate him. Pretty much similar to how when Canelo fought John Ryder. You know, some people say he was slipping. That's what Jermell Charlo said when he was out there. But he dominated him. Broke the dude's nose, did this and that, did a whole lot of stuff to him. You know, and I don't know how much of that had to do with John Ryder. John Ryder just a tough guy. You know, just a tough guy. So it just depends on what you're seeing, what you're looking at. The fact of the matter is, September the 30th, that's when the rubber hits the road. We're going to find out who's who and what's what.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Coach. Have a good one, boss, man.
Man, shout out to Mason, man. Flint, stand up. But see, let's look at this, guys, because it's been 16 months. It's been 16 months. We got to get the lights up. Anybody sitting here watching the show, hate watching the show? If you're sitting here watching the show, hate watching the show, don't want to hit the like button, we need to get to 500. We need 113 more likes. Riley, get them.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
97 more likes. I need 97 more likes in order for me to drop the phone lines back again. Now, again, the thing that trips me out is right now today, we still have some of these hoe ass niggas. Who the troll is? I ain't gonna get that whole nigga no shine. I fuck nigga get out of line. I'm blocking his ass. I ain't got no time for these trolls today. Nigga, come back on another account. That's what it's gonna be. Anyways, I say I would like to say this, man. As it relates to Jermell Charlo, he's very, very confident. I like to see that in a fighter. That's what I do like about Mel. Mel is very confident. He wants that smoke. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You know what would have been dope? This what would have been dope. If you have Jermell Charlo and Caleb Plant fighting on the undercard. True. hey, that'd be real dope. If you have Jermell Charlo and Caleb Plant fighting on the undercard of Canelo and Jermell Charlo. That right there, bro. Now that right there, you know what? I would buy that fight just for that alone. Caleb slapped the taste out your mouth, Plant, versus Jermell the shit man Charlo. Slap the taste out of his mouth. You know what I mean? You know, won't you come get you some, boy? And guess what? To this day, true. Hey, to this day, I ain't heard nobody from the Pro PBC YouTube channels. Ain't nobody saying nothing about Caleb Plant yet. Nobody. Caleb Plant got him shaking in their boots right now. Caleb Plant got him shaking in their boots right now. They won't say nothing about Caleb Plant. God damn, boy, that Caleb Plant, boy. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about Caleb Plant? No, dog, man, Caleb the truth, dog. I don't know about that there, man, now. I don't know about that now. You talking about Caleb Plant now. Boy, Plant don't play. He PBC too, and he's a black fighter.
True.
They said Caleb Plant was a black fighter now. Houston, we have a problem. I know Jermell Charlo, I know they claim in Houston. We do know they from Louisiana, but they claim in Houston. But Houston, we have a problem. Shout out to Dragon Leg. He say Jermell need time to train, coach. Hey, man, listen. If you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready. I mean, he's had 2 years to train. Jermell has been out of the ring for over 2 years. Jermell Charlo is the one that's really putting in the smoke. Y'all check this out. As I said before, I want y'all to see this. Jermell, listen, I knew something was wrong, like Jermell Charlo saying right here. Jermell Charlo in the history books. He has an opportunity to become 2-time undisputed. Canelo Alvarez, he has the opportunity to stop that. Now, again, I say this. If you like Canelo, or if you like Jermell Charlo, and if you feel that Jermell Charlo has been boxing for 16 years. He's been a pro for 16 years. I think Canelo has been a pro since 2005, 18 years. So, yeah, I think Canelo's been a pro since 2005. So, he has a couple of years experience from a boxing career standpoint, years experience over, a 2-year experience over Jermell Charlo. But Canelo has a lot of fights. Some people may feel that there's a lot of wear and tear on Canelo right now. There's a lot of wear and tear. Some people may feel that way. I want you guys to hear this, though. Not to pivot a little bit. This is Blu-ray. This is Errol Spence's former strength and conditioning coach.
That's the warm-up. That's the warm-up. Then we start working out.
Man,
and we did that like 3 days a week.
When you seen it.
Yeah, we gonna talk.
There you go.
700 push-ups.
Yeah.
And then that was just to get
that's the warm-up. That's the warm-up. Then we start working out.
Man,
shout out to Boss Talk 101.
When you seen it, because you watch boxing, I'm going back to the fight because that's the big elephant for me in the room.
They still talking about Spence
When
Crawford.
you seen the skill set of Terence Crawford, was it something that you didn't expect, or did you expect him to play the role he played?
Hey.
As far as the way he boxing.
Listen, you know how many people I had to sell? I lost money.
But I'm saying
He said, you know how many people that I had to Zelle? You know how you send money through Zelle from your bank account? He said, you know how many people I had to Zelle because you lost money.
The skill set, you don't watch the fight.
But I feel like Earl was a better fighter, better skill set and everything. Why I put money on Earl? I thought he had the better skill set, in my opinion. That's why I betted on him.
Even though you knew you weren't training him and you was.
You betted on him because I was your homeboy. Because he said in the interview, he said, man, that's my boy. That's like family to me, man. I'ma always bet on Errol. That's why you betted on him. A lot of people made emotional bets, but if you're looking at this fight from a stylistic standpoint, you would know that Errol Spence is not a better boxer than Terence Crawford. How you came up with how could anyone come up with that, in my opinion, when you know one guy fights the exact same way and another guy have 10 different ways to skin a cat. One guy has one way to skin a cat. I'm gonna bully you, I'm gonna put my weight on you, I'm gonna you know what I mean? I'm gonna get you on the ropes, I'm gonna just pound you, work behind the jab and pound you and eventually break you down. The exact same way. The other guy, this nigga, he know kung fu, he know karate, he know jujitsu, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? He know Taibo. He know he know Taekwondo. He got many different ways. He got many different ways to beat you. I'm gonna take the guy who got many different ways versus the guy who only had one way. You get what I'm saying? And then from a stylistic standpoint, this guy who only has one way to beat you, he hasn't fought anybody like this guy. I told you guys what I thought. I won $3,000 on it, so I put my money where my mouth feels. I knew what was going to happen. I told y'all the nigga was going to get knocked out.
I still betting on them. They my brother. I love them to death.
Let me tell you
I'm not finna put no money on nobody but Earl Spence.
Let me tell you something.
So that right there tells you everything you need to know. I love him. I love him to death. That's my brother. I'm not gonna put no money on anybody else but Errol Spence. So you didn't make a boxing decision. You made a I love him decision. You made that decision out of love. I love him so much. That's why you bet it. You didn't bet based on boxing. But that's neither here nor there. But I respect. At least he's honest though. I respect Blu-ray for being honest.
Yeah, the Rocky when Rocky didn't go with Creed, you know, and he was at the house, you know, and he
was at his
bar,
restaurant, watching the fight.
Yeah.
They talk about Rocky and Creed now.
You didn't go to the fight, did you?
Nah.
See what I'm saying?
Did you have to turn the TV off after a while?
I couldn't watch it.
See what I'm saying?
Like
Same thing.
Bro, I almost cried, bro. Like a lot of people probably capping, bro.
Stop the fight.
Oh my, bro, I almost cried, bro.
That hurt.
Oh my God.
It hurt watching it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I will never watch that fight again. Ever.
Hey, now on Blu-ray. Blu-ray say, one thing I say about Blu-ray, at least he honest. Blu-ray say, man, I can't watch it. I couldn't watch it. I would never fight that. I said I would never watch that fight again. He said, man, I almost cried, bro. He said, I almost cried. Listen, Blu-ray, I feel your pain, fam. I feel your pain. The man said that he would never watch that Spence Crawford fight again. He said he almost cried. Like literally. The man said he almost cried. So, I mean, he was hurt. He was hurt. He was devastated. Understandably so. I get it. I do get it. Understandably so. He was hurt. He was crying. Yeah, hey guys, we need 58 more lights. 58 more lights. The phone lines will be open. We need 58 more likes. I will open back up the phone lines. We need 58 more likes. I'm just saying, motherfuckers just crying, man. Motherfuckers just crying. And to this day, dog, it's been almost 2 weeks. They still crying.
Hey, Earl, Slim, I ain't gonna hold you. When you lost, it felt like a family member died. And I'm not tripping. Just understand, Slim. I cried when I seen you lose, Slim. Cause you Earl, Slim. Paul Pierce, little bitch ass talking about you ain't the truth. Man, fuck Paul Pierce. For real. He threw me off. Fuck you mean you ain't the truth. You still the truth in my eyes, Slim. And I'm gonna tell you like this, Earl. When we get that shit back in blood at 154, watch how all the people be like, oh, yeah, I knew Earl was gonna bounce back. Nah, don't be with us now. Don't be with us now, Slim. Cause when we get that shit back at 154, you bitch ass, man, y'all stay over there. We gonna get this shit back, Earl. Earl, I gotta come to Texas myself and train with you, Slim. I quit my job right now. Come train with you. Fuck that, Slim. I'll be a fucking man. Look, Slim. I got this technique you ain't never seen, Slim. So the Bob, man, I got some shit up my sleeve, Earl. Just call me if you need me. You see what I'm saying?
So I respect Blu-ray. So I understand. Blu-ray say he almost cried. You know what? You didn't almost cry. Nigga, you cried. True. You can hear the hurt. You can hear the hurt and pain in Blu-ray's voice. You didn't almost cry. You cried. You broke down. You cried like I cried when Mike Tyson got beat by Buster Douglas, but I was 16 years old. That's the difference. I was 16 years old. Shout out to my sister, Food Revolution. I remember when Mike Tyson got beat by Buster Douglas. Nigga, it was a whole bunch of us jitterbugs, 15, 16 years old. Nigga, I cried. Nigga, we wanted to pull up on Buster Douglas. We wanted to jump Buster Douglas. But I was 16. But grown men in their 30s and 40s, the grown men in their 30s and 40s crying, in their 50s crying, man, I'm saying, no, he can't do it like that, though, man. We had Errol, man. We thought Errol would go, man. I'm like, bro, like, I told anybody who would listen. Like, for real, though. Hey, he said, but that was a touching video, though. Oh, man, hey, you know what? Teach what you say. You said that was a touching video, huh? That was a touching video? Teach, you over here getting all sentimental and soft.
Shut that soft ass shit up. And the best man to win. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that, man. You over here talking about something, oh, coach, but that was a sentimental video, coach. I'm just saying, coach, you know, it was very, very sentimental. It was touching, and, you know, it shows how men can tap into their sensitive side. We can tap into our sensitive side and show our brother love, coach. Like, you got to know how to tap into your, you know, the men have the X and Y chromosome. We have the female as well as the male side of in men. So he's tapping into that X chromosome, coach. He's getting more in tune with his feelings. True. Boy, hush. hey, boy, hush. Ain't nobody trying to hit it.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wassa legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth? Nigga, please.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman. Hey, shout out to Teach. Teach, what's going on, baby boy? I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the legendary Wassa Errol Spence catching bullets with his teeth. Catching bullets with his teeth? Nigga, please. Motherfucker, Show came up in that boy like he got tired of it, dog. Show got tired of it. For real, though. True. All I'm saying is, you know what, Teach? Shout out to my dog, Teach. Teach, you might be right, man. We might have to have a little bit of sensitivity. We might have a little bit of sensitivity, you know, with this subject. Make it last. Make it last forever. Don't let I love you. Hey, what you say, T? T say this won't end until the rematch. Hey, listen, I told you, bro, this is Wilder. Listen, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury all over again. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder all over again. We are hearing the same excuses. We're hearing egg weights, stack wraps, steroids. We're hearing weight drained. Well, Wilder energy was drained from the costume. Errol Spence was weight drained. Terence Crawford said that they was going to do that 5 years ago. 5 years ago, he said, look, when I beat him, when I stop him, y'all going to say he was weight drained. He stayed at the weight division too long. They are literally saying that. Terence Crawford seemed like a prophet right now. He prophesied what was going to happen 5 years ago. You see what I'm saying? But this is crazy. The Illuminati. I'm hearing that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence did a secret handshake on stage when they embraced each other. Like, all of this stuff, bro. Like, this is delusion to a whole nother level. And the crazy part about it is the same people who were diehard fans of Crawford, the same people from the Alphabet Boy community who was pushing all of these conspiracy theories that were diehard fans of Wilder, that's the same group that's diehard fans of Errol Spence. It's the exact same group. Literally, they just went from Wilder to Spence. It's the exact same group. Quite a few of them are out of the Dallas area, Dallas, Texas area. Like, it's been almost 2 weeks. Saturday will be 2 weeks. Right? And they are still like, man, I can't believe it, man. Like, bro, the state of delusion and shock is beyond. Like, this was very, very traumatizing. And like my main man said, he said that he cried.
Hey, bro, I don't want to see it. Oh my, bro, I almost cried, bro.
It hurt a lot of people.
It hurt watching it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I will never watch that fight again, ever in my life, bro. I don't want to see it. I've been off the internet for days, bro. I don't even like going on Instagram, none of that,
memes that putting up against him.
I don't want to see none of that. I really like mad, bro.
Did you think?
That's just like, you know, and I ain't trying. I salute the men. I'm not the FOI, but like, I seen Farrakhan talk about it.
You get a beat down from people you need a friend. Like, I guess Spence needs a friend today.
But the thing about it is, when I seen the clip where Farrakhan was talking about it, the people in the audience was laughing. I didn't find that funny.
But you know what?
He He said, when people in the audience were laughing, I didn't find it funny. Bro, you can hear the hurt in his voice, bro.
True.
He hurt. Hey, you can hear the hurt in his voice. Hey, Sabrina, you can hear the hurt in his voice. That man was hurt, man. That man was hurt. Minister Farrakhan clowning Errol Spence, man. Minister Farrakhan is clowning him. You know, hey, man, you know, I think Minister Farrakhan said he couldn't even sleep at night. Man, at the whooping this boy gave, he said, man, at the beating that this boy received, I couldn't even sleep at night. Man, Minister Farrakhan, the minister was having nightmares. I watched the fight twice. I'm going to watch it 3 times.
True.
Yeah, I got to watch it again. Listen, anytime I feel down in spirit, anytime I feel down in spirit, I'm feeling low. Anytime I'm feeling down in spirit, I'm feeling low. And you know what? And I just don't have I'm not as motivated as I used to for that day. I'm going to just put that fight on with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, and it's going to make me feel better all over again. To this day. Really, though.
True.
That's it, because that's tangible evidence. Those are receipts. You can't get around the receipts. We need 30 more lights. 30 more lights, phone lines will be back dropped again. We need 30 more lights. Reopen them at 500. You get what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, Blu-ray, now, check this out. I respect what Blu-ray's saying, because Blu-ray has a personal relationship with Errol Spence. He know the man personally. He has a personal relationship. He used to work for the man. Now, I don't understand how somebody that's at home behind the keyboard, why would you feel that way when you don't even know the guy? You don't even know the guy. You don't even know the guy. You don't even know, don't even have a personal relationship with him. So I can give Blu-ray a pass. That's his homie. His homie's supposed to feel that way. And if his homie didn't feel that way, then I would be looking at him crazy. So I'm not mad at Blu-ray for feeling that way. At least he being honest. But explain to me, the guy who kept saying Slim, explain to me why he feel that way. Explain to me why all these other guys online who dropping all types of conspiracy theories, no proof, no receipts. Can you show me some proof? Do you have any evidence? Now, I ain't got no proof or evidence. Remember, hey, Jamie, these guys are devoid of proof and evidence. They just say whatever comes to their mind, and then they take it and run with it as though it's the truth. Because you say it's real, when in my mind it's real. See, did you see the glove? Like, dude, I ain't never seen a man. He had his hand open. He had his glove open. You can't open them gloves like that. Says a guy who never boxed before, never put on a pair of gloves.
True.
How you know you can't open a glove like that? I know, because when I be on my PS5 at my baby mama house smoking on the Nick Sack and Reggie, when I be playing this boxing game called Undisputed, and I'm telling you, dog, me and my homeboy be playing all the time, and this and that. Oh, okay, you and your homeboy be playing video games at baby mama house. Okay, what, you mean the rental center furniture that y'all be sitting on? Yeah, the rental center furniture. And my baby mama when she came back from the strip club, do you mean the strip club? No, the script. The script club. She came back from the script club, and I drunk up all the juices. And so, like, bro, literally, like, this is like, I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna listen to you. Red Jet is gonna listen to you. Come on.
True.
These niggas ain't got no proof or nothing. There ain't no proof. It's just how we feel.
Who you think he is? DJ Quick?
No,
huh?
No, I ain't saying
Kid Capri?
I didn't say
that. Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Blue, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me.
I tell you something. Money, I just said.
Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
Anybody sitting here watching the show? We want to open the phone lines back up. Hate watching? Don't want to hit the like button? Riley. Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck those socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Bro, like, again, I get it. And let me tell you something. I have a funny feeling that if the outcome, September the 30th, Canelo, Jermell Charlo. If the guys who are pulling for Jermell Charlo, I'm saying the radicals. Like, I like Jermell Charlo. He's one of my favorite fighters. I wouldn't be around him personally, but I like to just see him in the ring. If the radicals don't get the outcome that they're looking for, we're going to see this. We're going to see part 3 of this. Part 1 was Wilder Fury. Part 2 is Crawford. Part 2 is Crawford Spence. Part 3 going to be Canelo and Jermell. That's only if Canelo were to win. If Canelo were to lose, then we won't hear any of that. You get what I'm saying?
True.
Won't hear any of that if Canelo were to lose. So we're going to find out. But that's just the reality of the situation. That's just what it's going to be. Shout out to Rick Starr. Hey, okay. Dropping that $7 super chat on your boy. He said the Nation of Islam and Farrakhan clowning on aerosexuals. Pure jokes. I mean, Minister Farrakhan, you know, I mean, he said what he said. It is what it is, you know. So it's like, but they're going to show you everybody saw this fight. Everybody may not have bought the pay-per-view, but everybody saw this fight. So it was like, it just left shockwaves. And now you got Crawford going around the United States. You have Crawford going around the United States, you know, doing press tours. He's on a press run right now. You know, on the press run. And I think a lot of people are like, damn, man, if Errol would have won this. Just think about it, man. Do you know how hard it is to become 2-time undisputed in this particular era?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Did you know that? Like, in this era, to become 2 times undisputed, a New Way is trying to do it. Jermell Charlo is trying to do it if he beats Canelo. Like, bro, like, for you to become 2-time undisputed champion in this era, that is so hard because everything has to line up. Dealing with the politics, the corruption, the wrong sides of the street, different networks, this and that. You know, certain fighters got to lead their promotional companies. Certain fighters, when you the cash cow, you dictate terms. So it's like, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, and someone like a New Way the Monster, he has an opportunity to become 2-time undisputed in his next fight. Jermell Charlo has an opportunity to become 2-time undisputed in his next fight. You know, Terence Crawford has already done that. But to do it in this era, in this day and time, in the era where certain fan bases say belts don't matter, is phenomenal.
True.
It's phenomenal.
True.
It's phenomenal, fam. Like, really. Like, really. It's phenomenal. Shout out to ASVP TV. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say farty over there accusing Bud of using PEDs. I mean, bro, listen. This is my thing. ASVP, let's talk about it. All right, PEDs. Egg weights. Stacking. Errol Spence was high. Errol Spence was drugged. Errol Spence was weight drained. The Illuminati. Let's see. Baby mama gave him a drink that made him sleepy. Baby mama conspiracy. They say him and his baby mama was arguing in the back before the fight. Nigga, how do you know from your couch? Baby mama drama. What else? My thing is this. Out of all of the conspiracies, Errol Spence wasn't the same. He wasn't himself. I'm going to tell you the same things I said to Wilder fans who believe that Deontay Wilder got cheated by Tyson Fury, had 8 weeks in his gloves. Which one is it? A phone line switching to drop. Which one is it? Errol Spence was smoking weed in the back when we got hot. Was he on PEDs, egg weights, hand wrap stacking? He was high. He was drugged. Weight drained. The Illuminati, baby mama drama. wasn't himself. My question is, out of all of these things I just mentioned, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of the 10 things I just mentioned, my question is, which one is it?
True, true, true.
Is it all? Is it all of them? Because these same guys are saying a million different things. Is it all of them? Was it Terence Crawford was on PEDs, plus he had air weights in his gloves, plus his hand wraps were stacked, plus Errol Spence was high, plus Errol Spence was drugged, plus Errol Spence was weight drained, plus the Illuminati was involved, plus his baby mama gave him a drink in the back, plus he wasn't himself. Was it all of these things combined into one? Because I saw the same fight you guys saw. The man looked fine to me. First round, he was choking him. Had Terence Crawford pinned in the corner and everything. Second round, he was choking him up until when he got knocked down. Third round, he was choking him again. But getting countered, getting beat. And as the rounds went on, he kept getting punished. So I'm trying to figure out which one it is. I'm just asking. Which one it is. Because I want to get to the bottom of it. I'm just asking. Shout out to everybody who's sitting in the Super
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, man. So it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, which one is it? Which one is it? Because I play that clip of the dude. Carla, hold on. I play that clip, right? And but I play the clip and stuff. But these guys are really on YouTube actually doing this. Like, these are real guys, real grown men in their 30s and 40s and 50s. They are actually doing this here. Boo-hoo crying. They actually talking about they'll come to Texas and all that. Like, literally, these guys are really doing this. Really doing this. You get what I'm saying? So, like, it's comedy and stuff, but there's guys really doing this for real, though. We got the receipts. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Martin from Jersey.
Martin from Jersey.
What's up, Coach? Yeah, Coach, which one is it, Coach? Coach, my brother or somebody in the chat earlier said that it didn't look like it was Earl Spence, it was a clone.
I mean, man, whatever they got to tell you something. Whatever they got to tell you something.
Unbelievable. And what's that guy that's crying? What's his name? What's his name? Blu-ray?
Yeah, Blu-ray. Yeah, Blu-ray said he was hurt. He was crying.
Yeah, he's real emotional, huh? I mean, it's all right. I mean, it's just a loss. That's all it is. He swear they're gonna get him the rematch, man. Good luck with that, man. Anyway, Coach, congratulations on your show, man. I've been trying to call you for like 2 weeks. I can't get through, so that means you're doing great, and I'm happy for you, Coach. So have a great one. Talk to you tomorrow, probably.
Shout out to Martin from Jersey, man. Thank you, bro. Brick City, stand up. Brick City, stand up. Yeah, man. It is. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Like, which one it is. Carla, what's your name when you calling from?
This is Bobby D in Omaha.
Bobby D in Omaha, talk to me.
Bobby D in Omaha, and I love your show. First time caller. I'll be quick here. I just want to say I love it when a plan comes together, and these Spence fans are 100 times more upset than Earl is. It's just crazy. But I real quickly here, I want to give you my theme song for when you open up these Earl Spence and Terence Crawford discussions. And it just goes like, lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. And that's all I got, sir. Thank you very much.
Shout out to Bobby. I would say, lean on me, huh? Lean on me. Okay, talk to him, Bobby. Lean on me, man. Lean on me. Man, come on, man. Hey, look here, man. Hey, one of my favorite songs. Hey, I'm just saying, fam, like, at this point, bro, like, so anytime, listen, hold on. Check this out. Listen. It's the same group who went with Wilder. Nothing wrong with that. But there's a certain element. A same group who picked Wilder in the second and third fight, which I picked Wilder in the second fight. I lost $300 in that fight. That was a costume fight. We said the costume drank his legs and stuff. the third fight, those guys backed Cool Boy Steph. New Way the Monster beat him, and you heard what they said about a New Way. He had illegal hand wraps. He had loaded gloves. They said the same thing. And then Carla, hold on. Check this out. I just thought about something, guys. We got conspiracies within the same week. Cool Boy Steph and the New Way the Monster fought on a Tuesday morning on the 25th of July. Crawford and Spence fought 4 days later on the 29th of July. They had conspiracy theories for why a New Way beat Cool Boy Steph, and they came up with conspiracy theories for why Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence. It's the same group of people.
True.
All on from the Alphabet Boy community and their affiliates. Carla, what's your name when you call it from?
Yo, Coach, it's Rick from Toronto. Yeah, these clowns, man. I gotta say it's entertaining, man. The value of the shit that these guys come up with is it's real entertainment, though, Coach. And they just feeding you content. It's fucking brilliant. But in regards to Jermell, I just if anything has taught us in the past little bit about like ring rust, it's a real thing. Like from Josh Taylor and Teofimo to Errol Spence and Bud and even Cool Boy and Inoue, all three bouts, like a lot of ring rust. Like so Jermell, fuck, I can't see it happening. Him with Canelo. I mean, Canelo's still a beast, even though he is on a downslide comparatively to his previous bouts. But yeah, I can't see Jermell pulling this out. In regards to what you stated, that if they had Jamal and Plant as an undercard, fuck, brilliant, Coach. You got it written down, man. That would be phenomenal. Anyway, that's my take, Coach.
Man, shout out to Rick, man, Toronto. Yeah, I think that'd be a good one, man. You put Jermell Charlo on the undercard, Rick. I think that'd be pretty good. Man, boy, listen, boy, if Jermell Charlo don't win, man. Boy, Lord have mercy, boy. Please, man. I don't know if I could take 3 rounds of conspiracies. Carla, what's your name when you're calling from? Carla, what's your name when you're calling from? Going once?
Call
twice?
from Sheila. Call
okay.
from.
Hold on. Sorry about that. This is Sheila. I got Sheila. Sorry about that, guys. Carla, what's your name when you're calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's D-Block.
D-Block, talk to me.
Man, I'm out here training, Coach, in Big Bear.
Yeah, I sound like I hear a lot of wind. You must got him on the Bluetooth.
Yeah. We training over here, Coach, at Big Bear. Just want to let you know, man. That's why I've been calling the show.
All right, that's good, D-Block. You been training. What you training for?
I'm a kick Rick Tim's ass. That's what I'm gonna do, Coach. I'm training my ass off. I've been training for that ass. I think for the last 3 weeks, Coach, training camp been doing good. I think the big Showtime promo gonna come out. Want to tell Rick Tim I'm gonna whoop that ass, tap that ass. I'm gonna make his ass look silly. You still ain't got shit on me. What you gotta say with that, Coach?
Hey, it ain't what I gotta say. It's what you gotta say. I'm just listening.
Okay, so everybody in the chat, everybody live all over the world, the millions are about to see me whoop that ass. Want to tell y'all boy over here, we training in Big Bear. All right, I'm gonna kick that ass. I'm telling you, Coach. I'm gonna make him look like pancakes. Flip him around, toss him around, put some butter on him, slice him and dice him, and kick that fucking Houston ass. D-Block, D-Town, D City, D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
All right, shout out to D-Block, man. D-Block said he gonna kick some ass. I don't say he wanna kick Rick ass. Okay, all right. Houston versus Dallas. So I guess everybody in Texas don't get along now, because both men are from Texas. D-Block say he training in Big Bear. That's what he say. You know what I mean? He say D-Block training. He say he gonna put pause. He say he gonna put pause on he say he looking to put some pause on Houston. You know, it is what it is. Some people are saying that Texas is taking an L. I don't want to put that all on Texas, but they say he don't took an L. You know, Jamal getting slapped. Errol Spence getting beat, getting the brakes beat off of him. All that happened in the same night. Carla, what's your name when you calling from?
Hey, Coach, this is Jerry from Tampa.
Jared from Tampa, talk to me.
Hey, so I saw this online the other day. I don't know if you've seen it. There's when after the fight, Crawford with Spence, normally they congratulate the corners. Derek, he looked like he was checking on Crawford's gloves. If you look closely, he was feeling up on his gloves, and then I guess he realized, I'm imagining he wanted to feel some bricks in there, but afterwards he just looked sick. But yeah, that's all I got for you, Coach.
Yeah, shout out to Jerry from Tampa. Hey, I'm gonna let you go, fam. But that's why I asked Rob, the guy that's a Texas commissioner. That's why I asked him, hey man, if Derek James, when he felt Terence Crawford's gloves after the fight, Terence Crawford still had his gloves on. And I for all of these guys coming with these conspiracies that he had something in his glove. Well, Derek James had somebody watching Terence Crawford's hands get wrapped prior to him walking out to the ring in the locker room. And then he grabbed his glove while they was in the ring. So the reason why I asked that question, if a trainer suspects there's some foul play going on, and let's say Derek James suspected something, what should he have done next? You bring it up to the lead inspector. Hey man, look, check this dude's glove. Don't you take it off. This dude got something in it. That's the same thing that Deontay Wilder could have done if he felt that Tyson Fury had earwax in his gloves. If he felt like he was getting hit with a metal object, and the autopsy that Deontay Wilder went through, the autopsy revealed that he had a dent in his head that was caused from a blunt trauma object. Well, if he felt that way, he could have said something right then. His trainers could have said something right there. Hey man, look, what a lead inspector at. Check this dude's gloves right now. He got something in there. And when you bring that up to these guys who are coming with these conspiracies, they have no answer for it. Because these guys don't have any proof of anything. It's just all how they feel. Shout out to Rick Starr. He said D-Block versus Tim still on. Yeah, I don't know, man. Rick say D-Block really don't want no smoke. D-Block say he really do want some smoke. So we'll see, man. We'll see. D-Block say he dead serious. He want to fade. And Rick like, man, it is what it is. He really don't want to do nothing. So caller, what's your name when you calling from?
My name is Sheila.
Sheila, where you calling from?
Cali.
Shout out to Sheila from Cali. Talk to me, sis.
Hey, I've been trying to get through about the fight since the 29th. And my question is Errol making excuses? All these other channels are making the excuses. I couldn't watch the post-fight because I felt so bad for him. So I haven't been able to actually watch it. But I think you said Terence was a better man that night. I don't think he made excuses. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No. Errol Spence hasn't made any excuses. He said that Terence was a better man. He said he felt fine. There was nothing wrong with him. But I think a lot of his man fans, they are having problems coping with the reality of the situation because a lot of those guys bet a lot of money. They lost a lot of money. There's some people that they're not paying right now. So they're trying to find coping mechanisms in order to deal with the shock and trauma that they experience, and they are in denial. So that's what's going on.
Yeah. So I hear all excuses on some other channels. Some of them are outlandish. And Errol stood up. He didn't say anything like, I wasn't there that night, or I was, weight drained. I didn't see him make any excuses on his behalf. So do you think he should run it back?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he should run it back. Go back in December, seeking what kind of adjustments he can make. I think he should run it back immediately. If that's what he wants, they're going to make a boatload of money fighting each other again. So, yeah, I think he should run it back. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so as well. And I wish them both luck.
All right. Well, shout out to Sheila from Killer Cali. Salute, sis.
Love ya. Bye.
All right. Much love, sis. Yeah, let him run it back. Errol Spence is in Spain right now with his baby mama, and Errol Spence is in Spain right now with his baby mama, and hold on. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I don't know what this is. Yeah, Errol Spence is in Spain with his baby mama. Somebody just sent me a text. Yeah, and the Errol Spence is crying. Again, I can understand Blu-ray feeling the way he feels, because Blu-ray has a personal relationship with this guy. You know what I mean? He has a personal relationship with him, so I can understand Blu-ray. But for the life of me, a boxing community on YouTube, like, you don't even know this guy. And niggas is crying. Like, man, you know, I'm just saying, some of these dudes better their rent money. Some of these dudes better they mortgage. Some of these dudes better their car note money. And they ducking the repo man right now.
True.
Caller, what's your name when you're calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin from Oakland. Talk to me, fam.
Coach, I done known some broke motherfuckers that done lost money on a bet. I ain't never heard this kind of crime. You know there's ballers out there that done lost 10 times as much on the exact same fight. And they ain't complaining about shit. But these motherfuckers acting like the world's going to end. You know? I mean, they're so stupid because they claim to be boxing experts and have some type of boxing knowledge because all they've been doing up until now, they've been betting on the favorite. And then they want to get shocked when the underdog loses. I mean, I don't know who the fuck lied to him and told him that Spence was the favorite, but everywhere I checked, he was the underdog. Like, keeping it a buck, coach, I cannot name not one expert that wasn't affiliated with the PBC that had Spence winning. So I don't know where they came up with this bullshit that he was going to win. He was basically dead man walking. He was dead man walking, coach. Nobody had faith in that man. You
Hey, Martin said, hey, you know what? Boy, Martin said some real stuff, but he told the truth right there, bro. He said he don't know anybody that wasn't affiliated with the PBC had Spence winning this fight. He was right about that, though. I mean, when he talk about, like, the experts. Bro, like, go ahead, Martin. Sorry about that.
I mean, I'm dead ass serious, coach. I mean, I was like, how the hell, like, if I'm Spence, man, I swear to God, coach, I would have went in there guns a-blazing, like fucking Fernando Vargas over there, damn near getting knocked out in the first round, trying to kill him motherfucker, just based on having to prove myself to all these doubters. But he went in there like he was the shit, and he got put in his place.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Hey, you know what? To back up what you're saying, when you look at, like, what's the dude that used to train Triple G? Abel Sanchez. When you look at Kenny Porter, when you look at just any of the guys that's affiliated with the PBC, if you look at even the media outlets, if you look at the depressed look that they had on their faces, when Crawford did the post-fight press conference, he say, "Look at all you dudes out there in the audience, y'all looking sad, like, you know, like somebody just died." And he called out Ellie. He said, "Ellie, you look like you looking retarded." Like, these dudes were really, really devastated. And, you know, but the one thing what you just said, all of those guys was affiliated with the PBC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but shout out to Martin from Oakland, man. Oaktown, stand up. Salute to you, my brother.
For sure,
you hit the nail right on the head, though. Martin was right, though. Bro, like, you know, but Kenny Porter, he a trainer. He said this. Yeah, but Kenny Porter don't like Terence Crawford, and he's affiliated with the PBC. They always, listen, all of those PBC guys, they do the same thing. They fall in line. What do? They thank Al Heyman, and they pick any PBC fighter. Listen, Errol Spence could have been fighting Godzilla 2 weeks ago on the 29th of July. Who you got? You got Godzilla or you got Errol? Man, I don't know, man. Boy, I don't know, boy. Errol, boy, Errol, I'm trying to tell you, though. Boy, I don't know, boy. Godzilla now, he big. And Godzilla can blow radiation out of his mouth. But, boy, Errol, that jab Errol got, and Errol fundamentally sound. He can block those gamma radiations coming out of Errol's Godzilla mouth, and then he can come back and counter them.
True.
Shout out to Phil on the tube. Like, literally, they would convince themselves of that. And then they'll be shocked. Man, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know how he lost. Dude, like, are you serious? Caller, what's your name when you're calling from?
Yo, Coach, it's Rick from Toronto again.
Rick from
just
Toronto,
one more thing.
What?
You reminded me of that video from back in the day when Terence, as you said, he fucking pulled out the fucking prediction. Like, but that video was like amazing. Like, for me, that video of him like fucking stepping up to Errol at the stadium was even more satisfying than actually the fight, because he put $1 million and he fucking they fucking shook on that fucking bet, and when he was fucking saying, he was like, grab my stomach again, and he grabbed fucking Errol's stomach and he caught him when he said, "You fat." He called Errol fat right to his face. That was fucking brilliant, Coach. That for me, I watched that video a couple times. It's funny as fuck, man. It's almost as good as the plant slap, but it's actually even funnier. But that's it, Coach.
All right, shout out to Rick from Toronto. Salute, fam. Yeah, so I mean, I get it. I get it. I get it. But the thing is, you have people, they make bets based on what these guys say, and that should tell you something. Never make a bet. See, don't never follow the crowd. Don't try to do the popular pick. Again, remember there was a guy in the chat. What he said? That was Mike Jones. Mike Jones, he's one of my ops. He don't like me, I don't like him. But we get too fussed about each other. But I appreciate him watching my videos and donate money. But he said Errol Spence is more popular than Bud right now, still. And my question is how? Terence Crawford is on a world tour right now doing press conferences. He's on doing his media obligations. He's on Good Morning America right now. Joe Biden, Jim Crow Joe, and you know how Jim Crow Joe feel about me and you. But Jim Crow Joe invited him to the White House. Errol Spence is popular for one thing now. Him getting the brakes beat off of him. When people talk about Errol Spence, they talking about how they feel sorry for him. Literally, they had a mortician. They had a mortician out there at the fight because they thought they was making funeral arrangements.
True.
One guy is getting his flowers on all the media outlets. I'm not talking about just boxing. I'm talking about other media outlets. Good Morning America, The Breakfast Club, this and that. Like, this guy's everywhere. Like, man, God, dog, you told it, dog. I ain't gonna lie. And dudes are like, yeah, man, but Errol Spence was more popular. That's the problem. These dudes this ain't a popularity contest.
True.
Errol Spence is more litty. He's more litty. He be in the club hanging out with the rappers. Errol Spence know how to handle his liquor. Errol Spence, he know how to dance. Errol Spence got swag. That's why I'm picking Spence. So you're not picking him because of the styles make fights. You're not picking him because one guy has better ring IQ, hand-eye coordination. You know what I mean? Who know how to measure the distance, the range. This guy got a better jab. His timing is impeccable. His hand speed is impeccable. Like everything that this guy is, you know what I mean? You just going to ignore all of that. Yeah, cause my dude, he more popular. And this is the social media era. The social media era boxing fans, they are into popularity. That's what I'm saying. Dude literally gave me a $5 super chat just to tell me that his guy is more popular. And I'm like, okay, he's more popular, but one guy is apparently on a world tour right now, being treated like a king. And the other guy, they still crying about him right now. You get what I'm saying? So literally, it is what it is. What did he say? He said Benavidez and Andrade is finalizing, coach. I mean, Benavidez and Andrade. Now check this out. You got a Demetrius Andrade. He's been a pro for what, 15 years? I know you have a lot of Demetrius Andrade fans. Well, maybe only a couple, but like this fight right here was big for Crawford because this was his legacy fight. The knock on him was he didn't have any legacy names. Well, he got the big fish. He captured the big fish. He caught him with a net. We saw him bring the net to the ring, and now based on that fight alone, his popularity has skyrocketed. And I tell you guys, it's very similar to Bernard Hopkins. If you go back in time and look at Bernard Hopkins' career prior to the Tito Trinidad fight, Tito Trinidad Trinidad was that guy. I'm not gonna lie, he was that guy. But Bernard Hopkins was that guy as well. But he didn't have the popularity. He didn't have the fame. Tito Trinidad had the entire Puerto Rico backing him. So when Tito Trinidad got beat, got stopped in the 12th round by Bernard Hopkins, it sent shockwaves throughout the boxing community because no one picked Bernard Hopkins to win. Tito Trinidad was the popular pick. And a lot of people ignored everything that Bernard Hopkins brought to the table. But Bernard Hopkins said that I studied Tito Trinidad. I studied that every time he threw that left hook, there was a hitch. There was a hitch he did in his hip. Well, every time he threw that left hook, he did a hitch in his hip. And if you can time him right when he got ready to throw that left hook, he said you can beat him. This is what Bernard Hopkins said. He studied him. Very similar to what Coach Red, Saul, Bomac, and Crawford said to me about Errol Spence. He said, we've been studying this dude for 5 years. Bomac took it a step further. He said, we've been studying this guy since the amateurs.
True.
And we knew he just was a one-dimensional fighter. It just was working for him, though. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
It's Martin from Jersey.
Martin from Jersey, talk to me.
Coach, I want to piggyback a little bit over what Martin from Oakland said. That he was talking about how only PBC affiliates were picking Spencer, had him a favorite. Mm-hmm. So there's one particular guy from Fight Up. Every time he interviewed an expert, whether it was Antonio Tarver, Roy Jones, or Teddy Atlas, they all said the same thing: Crawford by knockout late in the fight. And his answer was most of the time, and he's one of those guys that supposedly is shocked that Errol Spence lost. But this the only thing that came out of his mouth was like, yeah, but I just I always wonder how's Terence gonna deal with the pressure and the size and the strength. That's the only thing that came out of his mouth. He didn't say nothing about skill set and all he talked about is the size and the strength. So he's one of them guys that was in the night. He's still asking questions like, you think he's gonna do better at 154? And everybody and Roy Jones told him the other day, I think it's gonna be, they can fight at 160, it'll be the same result.
Yeah, for sure.
He's one of those in denial. So that's what's up, Coach. Have a great one.
Peace. Salute, fam. They was in shock. Like, if you look at my Friday's prediction, when we had prediction day, what did I say? I say every time people talk about Errol Spence, they don't talk about ring IQ, they don't talk about hand-eye coordination, they don't talk about footwork, they don't talk about defense, but they say he's Mr. Fundamentals. They kept saying that they didn't talk about Terence Crawford's timing. I spoke about all of that. Timing beats speed. Timing beats, how you take away another person's jab. Timing. You know what I mean? They didn't talk about none of that. They kept saying his size. He's the bigger, stronger fighter. What did I say? I said, just because he's a bigger fighter doesn't mean he's the stronger fighter. I couldn't tell he was the stronger fighter. When him and Terence Crawford locked up in the middle of the ring, Crawford pushed him halfway across the ring to let him know, homie, I'm not Mikey Garcia. I'm not Ugas. I'm not Danny Garcia. I'm not I'm not Ocampo. I'm not Chris Algieri. I'm Terence Crawford. Whatever advantage that you thought you have, I thought you had, guess what? I took all of that away. You don't have any advantages. You're not stronger than me. You ain't got no jab more superior than mine. You definitely don't have no defense better than mine. Your hand-eye coordination ain't better. You're not faster than me. I took your punch, but you couldn't take mine. I broke you down. Everything you said you was going to do to me, you're going to break me down, I broke you down. You told me that you're going to break my mind, my body, my spirit. In the fight, you're going to break my will. I broke your will. Now, I take my head off to Errol Spence. He did keep getting up. He did keep fighting. I give him that. He kept fighting now. He kept fighting. And there was no doubt in my mind that if the referee don't stop that fight, Terence Crawford was going to kill that boy.
True.
I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. There's not a doubt in my mind that he would have kept fighting, but he was getting knocked out. The referee stopped him from getting put to sleep because let me show you something. Let me show you this. There was a spot in that fight right when there was a stoppage. Errol Spence had the fear of God in his eyes. He had the fear of God in his eyes. Well, I have an Errol Spence folder. Where's that? Right before that referee stopped that fight. had the fear of God in his eyes. Like, please, somebody come help me. It was at that moment I felt so. I'm like, God damn. And Crawford was racing towards him. It looked like a scene from Mortal Kombat. Finish him. Crawford was racing towards him like, I got him now. I'm finna finish his ass. Errol Spence was on Bambi legs. Errol Spence had the left leg in the air, the right leg on the ground. Errol Spence was doing the one leg up.
True.
Errol Spence was doing the one leg up when the referee jumped in between Crawford and Spence and stopped it. The man had one leg up, one leg down.
True.
Oh, you think I'm lying? I got the receipt. Let me see, can I find it? I got the receipt. I had it on the show. One leg up, one leg down. One leg up, one leg up, one leg up, one leg up. Shout out to Miami, man. Shout out to Miami. Yeah, he had one leg up and one leg down. I can't find it now. I'll find it. And Crawford was looking like Usain Bolt. He was racing towards the death. He said, I'm finna kill this dude. It's over. And the referee stopped it. He said, no, sir. No, sir. I will not allow you to make him a meme. And they made him a meme anyways. And now you guys know why. This is why Kenny Porter threw the towel in. This is why Kenny Porter threw the towel in. They say, oh, man, Kenny Porter threw the towel in. Because Kenny Porter did not want to see, Sean Porter, they didn't want to see him. They didn't want to see him do the staking leg. His daddy say, nah, I'm done. I don't see it. No, you ain't finna embarrass my son. He said that was Marcos. Yeah, Marcos was in denial because Errol Spence was the popular guy. Errol Spence was the popular guy. They didn't shout out to Hal Pike. That's right, Hal Pike. One leg up, one leg up. Errol Spence was the popular guy. He was the guy that all the rappers liked. He was the guy that you get drunk in the club and he popping. He'd be on the night scene, the nightlife scene over there. That's the guy. Terence Crawford, now he just be in Omaha, Nebraska doing his thing, playing darts, going fishing, hunting and stuff like that. And he's not doing all that other stuff. So the other guy was the popular guy. That's why these guys, these celebrities and stuff were so shocked. These celebrities was very, very shocked. He was very, very shocked. But guess what? Ron J hit the nail right on the head. You know what Ron J just said? Let me put what Ron J said on the screen. Ron J, you're right.
True.
Ron J, you heard what Ron J say? He say Vegas knew. Ron J, you're right. Vegas knew. Vegas like, man, I don't know what these niggas talking about, boy. We finna rack up. Did you know how much money Vegas made that night? Vegas knew. They're like, man, shit, I don't know what these niggas talking about, boy. But they putting all the money on Spence. Vegas cleaned up. Listen, I made $3,000. The only thing I regret that I couldn't make more money. I made $3,000 on the street. I regret that I could not make more money.
True.
Vegas like, man, shit, I don't know what they talking about, boy. This boy from Omaha finna put hands and foot on this nigga here, man. And Vegas is smart. They made the betting odds close. They made them close too. They said we're gonna make it close, right? Because we're gonna make it close, and that's what was throwing people off. Yeah, man, everybody put money. We gonna bet on Earl. He the bigger, stronger guy, and all that stuff there. And it's like this dude from Omaha, Nebraska, like, man, we've been studying you, dog, since the amateurs. Bomac told me, I have the interview on my channel. Bomac said we've been studying this guy. He said me and my team been studying this guy for 5 years. He said he's a basic fighter. He fights the same way. I said that exact same thing on this show, and dudes called me a hater. I say, dude, he fight the same way. When he boxed Mikey. I say, man, come on, man. Mikey Garcia the same height I am, 5'6" tall. He's short. Errol Spence is 5'9.5", 5'10". He boxed Mikey. Come on, man. Mikey's small. Mikey moved up from 135, then hit 140, had a fight there, went back down to 135, then went back to welterweight. Come on, man. That was a stylistic mismatch. This is the first fight he's been in was stylistically, it wasn't a mismatch for him. You get what I'm saying? So Vegas knew. Vegas knew. Now guess what? We'll see what those same people run it back and put money on Spence again, because if they're saying that, okay, cool, at 140, 154, Spence will be bigger, stronger. I have something to say. Terence Crawford is going to be bigger and stronger as well.
True.
If Errol Spence is going to be bigger and stronger at 154, it won't be quote unquote weight drain. Terence Crawford going to be bigger and stronger as well.
True.
What to say? AI? Michael was a champ at 126. Yeah, Michael was a champ at 126. That's true. I'm putting my money on Bud in the rematch. And I got guys right here where I'm at. They love Crawford here in Tampa. But there's a couple of guys right here where I'm at. They like, man, I ain't bet no money on him this time. I got a cousin. He's a casual. My cousin is a casual. And he always get his picks wrong because he's just a super casual. And he was like, man, I like Errol, man. Errol too big, too strong, this and that. He the same guy who picked Ryan Garcia to beat Tank. So it's easy to fool him. There's a lot of guys out there like that. That's very easy to fool. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. But he, my cousin. So, cuz, who you like? Man, I like such and such. Who you like? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. Let me go the opposite.
True.
Cause my cousin, he don't have a boxing criteria. He's more of a popularity guy. Man, I don't know, man. That dude got. He don't understand setup fights. He don't understand how matchmaking works. He don't understand none of that. The same guys that say that, hey, man, Tank will move up to 147 and he'll knock Crawford out. And my question is this. How can you say in one breath that Tank Davis, and I like Tank Davis as a fighter, that Tank Davis knocked Terence Crawford out at 147, but he wouldn't fight Ryan Garcia at 140? I'm just asking the question. He'll move up to fight Terence Crawford at 147 and knock him out. But you'll put a catch weight and a rehydration clause for Mikey Garcia? You don't think that Tank would try to do a catch weight and a rehydration clause for Terence Crawford? The pound for pound, the number one best fighter in the world? Like, make that make sense. I'm just asking. I ain't got but a GED, but I have a master's degree in common sense. You get what I'm saying? You'll move up to 147 and knock Crawford out, but you'll fight Ryan Garcia at a catch weight and put a rehydration clause in there. Just want to throw that out there. Let's give everybody a round of applause. I just want to throw that out there. That doesn't make sense to me. Shout out to Rock James. Shout out to Rock Jones. Hey, okay. And shout out to my main man. Shout out to my main man Rob Tapia, man, for coming on, the commissioner from Texas. Salute to you, fam. Hey, okay. Shout out to M1 from the BX. Hey, okay. Shout out to Jamie from New York. Hey, okay. Shout out to Nick from Chicago, the Shy. Hey, okay. Shout out to Bobby from Omaha. Hey, okay. Shout out to Oscar from Killer Cali. Hey, okay. Shout out to Mason from Flint, Michigan. Hey, okay. Shout out to Martin from Jersey 2 times. Hey, okay. Shout out to Bobby from Omaha. Hey, okay. Shout out to Rick from Toronto 2 times. Hey, okay. Shout out to D-Block from Dallas, Texas. Hey, okay. Shout out to Jared from Tampa. Hey, okay. Shout out to Sheila from Killer Cali. Hey, okay. And shout out to Martin from Oaktown. Hey, okay. I mean, I'm just saying to me, that's how I see things. Okay, you get what I'm saying? I just want to throw that out there. Shout out to Rick Starr. Hey, okay. Shout out to ASVP TV. Hey, okay. Shout out to Boyd Crawford beats Easy Route Spence. Hey, okay. Shout out to my sister Sabrina Lee. Hey, okay. Shout out to Raider Reaper. Hey, okay. And we also have, I think we have Cash Apps as well. So I don't know, man. I think some of these guys, they just be talking, and if you just listen to yourself, shout out to Chris Carlton. Hey, okay. Dropping that, bam, dub on your boy. Shout out to you, fam. Salute to you, fam, for the support. I'm just saying, fam, like, some of these guys, they don't listen to themselves when they say stuff. You'll have Ellie sucker nigga nutsack. Oh man, Tank, man, I've been Tank. I tell people time and time again, Tank, you hit hard. Like you're knocking out heavyweights, Tank. You knock heavyweights out in sparring. So let me get this straight. Tank Davis is knocking out heavyweights in sparring, but he's fighting Ryan Garcia at catch weights and rehydration clauses? Like, does that make sense to you? And this ain't no shade to Tank, but I'm saying, does that make sense to you? You're knocking out heavyweights in sparring. According to Ellie Sucker Nigga Nutsack, but you're fighting Ryan Garcia, a TikTok fighter, at a catch weight and rehydration clause? Make that make sense.
True.
Like, that doesn't even add up to me. And I'm going to be on a 12-hour live arguing, debating with you about how much Tank would knock out Terence Crawford. For what? Your logic doesn't make sense. Your logic doesn't even make sense. Do you listen to yourself before you say these things? That doesn't make sense. You got Floyd Mayweather talking about he want to see a new way to monster fight Tank Davis at a catch weight. Why do you want to see Floyd Mayweather? Like, Floyd getting on my goddamn nerves. I just have to say it. Floyd Mayweather's one of my favorite fighters, but a nigga getting on my nerves. He don't know how to just retire and go off in the sunset, make your money, and shut the fuck up. Like, his narcissism is at an all-time high. Shout out to Food Revolution. His narcissism is at an all-time high. You want everything advantageous for yourself. You want a new way to monster to move up for 122 and fight Tank at 135 or a catch weight or whatever the case may be. But you don't require Tank Davis to do the same thing you're asking other fighters to do.
True.
Like, it don't make no sense, dog. You want all of these other great fighters to acquiesce to what? Yeah, we want you to fight on our terms. But okay, but if he's as good as you say he is, have the same requirement for Tank that you have for Canelo. Have the same requirement for Tank that you have for Crawford. Have the same requirement for Tank that you have for a new way to monster. Have the same requirement for those guys, for him, that you have for those guys. Why is it different for Tank, but when it's everybody else, no, but y'all got to do this now, and you got to do that. And, you know, Big Booty Judy got to talk to third leg Tyrone, and then he got to beat Meet Laquita in child support court, and then Hobo Sam got to talk to Pork Chop Willie, and then Pork Chop Willie, you know, he got to turn Muslim for 6 months. You know, he got to say Assalamu alaikum, turn Muslim, and then he got to get baptized at First Baptist Church. Like, why is it always the same old bullshit? And then you'll turn around and say, well, my fighter, he's the greatest. He did this, he did that, while ignoring all of the stipulations that you added in the contract.
True.
You complain that Canelo is fighting at catch weights and doing this and doing that, rehydration clauses, but you praise another fighter for doing the exact same thing. You forget that Floyd Mayweather did the exact same thing. Oscar Della, he learned it from Oscar. Like, bro, it don't make no sense to me, fam. Let's give everybody a round of applause. The same dudes mad at Canelo for picking and choosing are saying we diehard Floyd Mayweather fans. I'm a diehard Floyd Mayweather fan. Canelo Alvarez picking and choosing. He pick and choose who he want to fight, and he fight fighters at the right time, and then they ignore these.
But when you are put in a certain position, he should be he's able to, like me. You know, when I was in a position, I can pick and choose who I want to, because I earned that right.
I can't get mad at no fighter for picking and choosing who they want to. Because when you got Floyd Mayweather on record saying he did the exact same thing, you can't get mad at nobody for doing what Floyd did. You can't have the double standards and the hypocrisies. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to my sister Food Revolution. Shout out to Letitia. Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to Passion for Beauty. Shout out to Jackie Hernandez. Shout out to Sabrina. Shout out to Sabrina. Shout out to Sabrina Lee. Salute to you, sis. Shout out to just all of the sisters, man. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Shout out to JC. Shout out to Nelly Content. Shout out to Knockdown 305, Dade County's finest. I mean, it is what it is, man. I gotta call it the way I see it.
Shut that soft ass shit up. And the best man to win. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to my dog, Booger Ray Leonard, man. Booger Ray got some new stars coming up right now, guys. Got some new stars coming up. Shout out to Booger Ray Leonard. We getting the fights. I mean, there's really nothing to complain about for boxing this year. Shout out to Paramount Global. If it wasn't for Paramount Global, man, we would not be getting any of these big fights that we be getting from the PBC. So shout out to those guys over there as well.
And who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions?
Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say, you know, and I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing, you know, again, because when you have, you know, an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on. When a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we talk about this. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Interesting. Booger Ray Leonard told the truth right now.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
It is what it is, man.
Hurting the group. I'm the best thing ever happened to this damn group. Nobody's bigger than the group. Y'all ain't stupid. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
And this is another thing, too. Once Crawford and Spence rematch in December, if Terence Crawford win again, which I pretty much predict he will win again, probably by stoppage again, he's not contractually bound to the PBC anymore. I mean, they had a partnership with his promotion company. He's a free agent all over again. PBC lost all the belts, you know, so they'll get him back once Crawford moves up to 154 and drop the belts. They'll be able to get maybe some back. Boots will get an opportunity to get a shot at the IBF, and those other guys will get a shot to get a shot at the other titles. But the Infinity Stones will be scattered. They'll be scattered. You get what I'm saying?
I know you once said, hey, look, if we fight, it's going to be either 70-30, 80-20. What was that?
Man, I was. When
Is
I
that
said
posturing or what was that?
When did I say that?
You know, that was.
Yeah, I said it on my girl Instagram.
Yeah.
What's going? But I was playing. Hey, man, nobody taking no 80, 20, 70, 30. Yeah, I was playing. I was like, because I was like, it's gonna be 60-40, and I was like, yeah, he keep playing crazy. It's gonna be 70-30 or 80-20.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was playing. Like I was serious about that, man. Like people can't take jokes.
60-40, 70, sign the contract. Them niggas all the time. Shout out to Mike the Mobile Mechanic. Shout out to L. Harvey. Shout out to Shad. Who else we got in the building? Shout out to the Martin 9400. Shout out to Best Life. Shout out to Rick Starr. Shout out to Legacy Mindset. Shout out to Andy. Andy, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Shout out to Petty Rican. Hey, shout out to Jackie Hernandez. Food Revolution. To Jessica. Shout out to Gertz. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Mike the Mobile Mechanic. Shout out to Sabrina Lee. Shout out to Jamie Rivera. Shout out to Timothy. Salute, fam. Shout out to Nelly Content. Shout out to Javon Soto. Shout out to MK. What's going on? MK Productions. Shout out to Montre. Montre, what's going on, fam? Shout out to School of X-Man. Shout out to JC in the building. Shout out to Brady 12, fam. Shout out to Will Oates. Shout out to Reese Mack. Shout out to Irvin Mack. Salute, fam. We got a lot of people, man, here, man. A lot of people in the house, man. Shout out, man. Just salute, man. Salute to everybody, man. Shout out to Reno Johnson. Shout out to who else we have? Yeah, man. I think that's all I'm seeing right now. It's a lot of people, but shout out to my sister Food Revolution, man. To this day. Really though.
True.
It is what it is, man. We gotta come together, man, and collectivize.
Now, I run every kind of bitch, every kind of place, and I know one thing. When it comes down on you, you either collectivize or you run like a solitary rat.
Shout out to everybody, man, who showed up.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
And to those guys who believing in these conspiracies, man, you guys really need to plead the fifth, man, because my mother taught me something a long time ago. That's an old saying. It's best to be thought of as a fool than to open your mouth and clear all.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
And let's say a special prayer for the right side of Jermell Charlo's face. You know, that's the side of the face that Caleb Plant slapped. Let's say a special prayer for the right side of his face. I feel sorry for his right cheek.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because He helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
You ain't gotta like it, but you better respect
Nigga,
it.
when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All 3 of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Shout out, man, and just shout out to the PBC, shout out to Showtime and Paramount for putting on big time fights this year, and shout out to ESPN. I think ESPN put on the Devin Haney, and Top Rank. They put on the Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko fight. Shout out to those guys, man. You bringing it back to big time boxing. Shout out to those guys.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to big time boxing. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
You know, before we end the show, we got to say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, Mr. Al Heyman. I'm the only one that says all praises due to Al Heyman over here. Nigga talking about, yeah, nigga, you hate the BBC. Nigga, there's no content creator that give more thanks to Al Heyman than Coach Malachi Williams. You know, of course, I'm getting that money on the back end as well.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
All I'm saying is this here, man. Ain't nobody sitting there hating, watching the show. Still believing in conspiracies as it relates to the Crawford Spence fight? Riley, get him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
That's how I feel. And anyway, shout out to Gloria Day in the Fabulous.
Gloria Day and the Set Trips.
These niggas don't play. These niggas don't play.
We don't play.
You ain't heard. They be tripping.
We be tripping.
So they swerving on.
We swerve on.
No faking and no snitching. And repping hard for the set. Oh, mamas, it ain't no lie. Because niggas gonna bust.
Niggas gonna bust.
Yeah, man, we're going to get this fool up out of here. I'll holler at you, man. Bye, Felicia. Come back on another account. You was a certified dick in the booty fuck boy. Let me go ahead and get you up out of here right now. Come back on another patrol. I see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know my motto, man. Y'all know what time of TI is, man. Let's go ahead and celebrate. I had to get rid of patrol right quick. I just got tired of looking at them, that's all. See you guys, man, tomorrow, man. Let's go ahead and make it do what it do, man. It is what it is. What's happening? Let's do our celebration, man. Shout out to them boys over there, man, in Omaha, Nebraska. North Omaha, stand up. See you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Got a video dropping too. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.